Okay, let's continue with what we were doing. We were doing town exploring. Since every single town got a little update. Let's get talking. The monster's been wrecking the vineyard lately. It's been really bad. I've had this nagging feeling that it wasn't any ordinary monster. It doesn't even bear thinking about how terrible it would be if they attacked the town. The vineyard? That's on Old Lemaire Road. Maybe we should check that out. I wonder if it's an actual side quest. We should talk to everyone first. Oh, good timing. There's something we need to talk to you guys about. Yeah, this is perfect. Oh, did something happen? I got a message a little while back. You'll never guess who it was from. It was from Toval. He's still alive. I don't know how he survived that explosion. It must have been some kind of miracle. He's laying low right now, though, so we have to keep it all a secret. Wow, that's great. It's a good thing he told them to keep it under wraps. We wouldn't want word to get out about Prince Olivert, after all. Yeah, but I'm glad Toval let them know he's okay, missing a space there. We may not know what you're all working on, but we're behind you all the way. So, you know, good luck. Yeah, at least let us cheer you on. Thanks, guys. Your support means a lot to us. I would have liked to see Ayn, too. Oh well, I'll look forward to seeing her next time. Toval's been visiting every now and then ever since we first met 4 years ago. I'm really glad that he's okay. He must be very busy, but I hope to see him again soon. Next. Welcome. My dad's been drafted. I thought he would leave without saying anything, but he showed me a letter before he left. It was something I sent him on his birthday when I was a kid. He said he's gonna take it with him as a good luck charm. Huh? Or what a thing to do when he's heading out for war, huh? We don't really do this kind of stuff, you see. I just had to laugh. The two of us were standing there totally awkward. Grape juice. We lost Ariel 17 years ago, and Prince Olivert left the Imperial Palace for the Imperial Palace shortly after. It was a period of immense sadness. But when we heard of his life in the palace, that sadness and loneliness became pride and joy. We were so very happy for him. I still find myself wishing that we'd taken a photo with him and his mother. The incident took place a little before Sandy was born. I still find myself wishing that we'd taken a photo with him and his mother. Some pretty brutal monsters have been hanging around lately. That's why I've been called in. But I haven't been able to lay my eyes on even one of them. My Gabriel keeps losing their scent halfway. Maybe it's not a monster that lives in the area. I've been hunting them for 50 years now. I'd like to think I know all there is to know about the beasts here. As I thought, maybe it's not a monster that lives in the area. Prince Olivert's mother, Ariel, taught us a great deal about cooking. When His Highness came to visit, he would always be peeking into the kitchen. He certainly kept Mueller busy. These kind of memories are flooding back recently, but we won't be able to see him like that ever again, will we? Rain, should we tell her? I feel bad for her, but we can't say anything about Prince Olivert. Even if it isn't ideal, we just have to keep what we know to ourselves for now. Sigh, you have a point. After hearing about the prince, I subconsciously stopped bringing up Ariel. We lost two important members of our community. That's something that will never change. They were like family to us. Upstairs is deserted. Loot. Lot. Mama and Pop are working at a place called Aragon. It's really tough, so they can't come home yet. I hope they don't forget about me. I miss my Mama and Papa. I'm so lonely. No, actually, I'm not lonely. I have the sheep to keep me company. Empty. Though I made inquiries about the cathedral in Heimdall many times, it seems the only possible way for the mayor to return to normal is to undergo some major emotional or psychological shock. As far as I heard, it doesn't seem all that simple a process. Many people in town have already left due to the draft. I think my mission here is to help return the mayor to how he was before. Good luck with that. Curses are a pain in the ass. Father Nagaro always seems to be brooding over something, the situation being what it is. I completely understand why. He shares his thoughts with the townspeople, and what's going on with the mayor must be taking a toll on him. I want to help calm everyone's fears and worries a bit. I need to think harder about what I can do. Conditions just get heavier and heavier. Everyone's so mentally and emotionally exhausted, especially the poor children. I need to see if there isn't something more I could do for everyone. Whee! Well. Prince Olivert's mother, Ariel, was such a strong, kind-hearted woman. I can never forget just how well she treated my wife and I, or all the home-cooked meals she made for us. The best you'd ever find. But now all we're left with is our own loss, even poor Prince Olivert. If I could see him again, would I even have the nerve to face him? Now's the time we settle things for our late Prince and Ariel. If only if I were only a little younger, I'd be out on a campaign right now. Yeah, because I'm sure that's what they'd want. Perhaps he hasn't shown it in recent days, but my husband's always been a gentle soul who waits nothing more than our harvest festival. It wasn't until he started discussing the war with the mayor that his head got all mixed up. It stirred him into such a passion. He suddenly grew so ill-tempered, so quick to anger. It's been a major cause of worry for me. My husband grown so low. Yeah. I think this year's harvest festival being put on hold might have been the last straw for him. He just loves it so much, you see? Hey, Mayor. Its monster has ascertained that our youthful residents have gone and has taken a chance to attack the fields. It cannot be allowed. I need to think of a plan for the residents' futures. After all, I am the mayor. We need to think about some sort of plan against the monster. It is the duty of the mayor to secure the well-being of the residents, after all. We should head out on the trail, definitely. Just to see if it's like a hidden quest or something. I'm sorry, have you seen Blanc? Just when you need her, she's nowhere to be found. Sigh. Honestly, it's inconvenient for me that Blanc has a tendency to do things at her own pace. He's probably running about the grape fields again. She's always been one to take things at her own pace. I really do wonder what goes on in that head of hers. For crying out loud, though, she's not a kid anymore. She should at least have the sense to let me know what she's doing. Today we're scheduled to open up a cask that Dad sealed 15 years ago. I always get nervous before we open up a cask. We're proud of our entire selection, but this is definitely on the higher end, so brandy flavor can vary so wildly depending on the blend. I want to make Dad proud. Our work here deserves our best effort. Each step is important, but it all culminates here, the blending stage after the cask is opened up. Dad made the name Steinrose mean something, so we need to make sure it still does when he returns. And that's everybody in town. We should head out to the grape fields. There's like no notifications for stuff on the nearby path on Old Lemaire Road. Okay, there are two people here. Yo. Well, I've finally been drafted into the army like the others. Got my call-up papers just the other day. Thing is, I don't think avenging the prince's death is enough reason to make this war any more palatable to my mother. Still, I have to go all the same. I don't really have a choice to opt out now, do I? Well, I'm going to have to take care of these fields while I'm gone. She can be a little spacey sometimes, but she's got a good head on her shoulders in the end. Talk. All these fields you see here are oaks. They produce some mighty fine grapes, too. We use them to make brandy. Ock's been kinda down late today, so I'll just have to give these grapes plenty of TLC for him. That should cheer him up a little. I'm giving these grapes lots of love so they'll grow extra delicious. Oh, oops. I forgot to tell Uni I was gonna help in the fields today, huh? Are those grapes billboarded? Yeah, those grapes are billboarded. Dang it.
Here I go. There.
Alright, let's go to Raquel. Where could Charlotte be? Commoners only think of themselves. They view nobles like ants at a picnic. This scum who's been seen with her must be scheming to get his hands on our money. We must find her before he does any more damage to my precious daughter. Try to keep Charlotte away from commoners all her life for her own good. I suppose blood will out in the end. I'm so proud of all you young folks who are shipping out to protect the Erebonian way of life. You may face a lot of hardships going forward. I can't say I'm happy about sending you into danger, but I know you'll fight with honor. You'll be greeted as heroes when you get back. Glory to the Erebonian Empire. The Republic doesn't stand a chance. Yeah. Thank you, sir. We'll do our duty and make you proud. Thanks for everything. We'll return home no matter what. Looks like they're seeing off the soldiers head for the front lines. Let's move on. There's nothing we can do for them here. All the young men have been taking full advantage of their final day before the war. This may be their last chance to create some happy memories. Well, good luck out there, you all. Look out for yourselves. The mayor has really been good to us. After such a warm send-off, I can't wait to get out there and prove his faith in us was worth it. Sniffle. Thanks for everything. We'll be home soon no matter what. There's been a problem with crooks extorting new conscripts lately. Hasn't happened to anyone I know, but it's still pretty worrying. I mean, how low can you get? These new recruits may be a little naive, but they're fighting for the good of the Empire. That should count for something. It's a perfect day to march forth into glory. Time to avenge His Majesty and set things right. Well, everyone's marching off to fight against Calvard. I hope they give them a damn good thrashing. Damn, glory to the Empire, alright. And this is the life. We had more customers than ever, and they ain't shy about having a good time. Odds are we'll get even more soldiers looking to play around before they ship out from here on. War sure is good for business. I mean, don't you think something's off about this guy? Yeah, looks like the curse has gotten to him. War, soldiers, conscription, and here's your one shot at some R&R. Now's the best time to be alive. Keep it up, boys. Come blow your mirror and have some fun. Yep. I'm sorry you have been fending off so many creeps lately, Kathy. Must be a real strain on you. Just what's gotten into them all of a sudden? I really don't think it's safe for you to stay out here in front with those guys around. How about you just help out with the cleaning inside from now on? Yang, please, I'm fine. You don't have to worry about me so much. It's not right for me to get off with just cleaning duty while you're working double shifts. I can do so much more, and I want to, so why don't you let me help you? All this time I've been trying to lessen the load on you. I thought I was keeping you from worrying. I think we've both been a little over-considerate of each other, huh? You're probably right. We should have been honest with each other right from the start. Can't believe I didn't realize how stressful this job was for Kathy. I was focused so hard on doing all the work myself, I lost sight of what's actually important. Clark would be so mad if he could see me right now. From here on, Kathy and I will have to work together to keep the store afloat. Anything new? Nothing there. Looks like the price for ingredients decreased pretty much everywhere. I've been talking to Merciel and we've decided to help out our neighbors in need. Sigh. Maybe it's because we had a slow start, but most places have all the hands they need. For now, we're going to help old lady Esme, who lives in our complex. That's why I'm out shopping for her. Do you know about Mina's shopping list? Sorry, we don't. Oh, what was on that shopping list? Cripes, I can't remember even one of the items. I should go back and ask Mina. Let's see. Brad and his little gang are nothing but trouble these days. I even tried lecturing about his behavior, but then he never came back to the restaurant. Their reputations are well deserved. Nothing but a bunch of hoodlums. Brad and the others haven't stopped by lately. Doesn't feel like they're being rebellious. I wonder if something's happened to them. He got conscripted too. I don't feel like doing anything right now. I'm worried about my brother. All I've heard are horror stories. What will become of us when with war about to break out? Let's see. Now that I think of it, I haven't seen hide nor hair of the Jaegers since yesterday. The soldiers are talking about getting their assignments. Maybe it's because war's about to start. You all need to be extra careful. War's about to start. You all need to be extra careful. Yes. Of course. We've got more and more thugs roaming around town ever since the war was declared. I have tried bringing it up to the military police, but they won't do a single thing about it. The people in charge never wise up. You kids be careful. Seems that really struck a nerve with Ash. The streets haven't been this dangerous since the Civil War. At least those goons aren't armed yet. Still, you'd best be on your guard just in case. Let's see. I'm so close to beating out the competition and taking my place at the top. I can just feel it. All I need is one final push. It's time to get serious. Next time you see me, I'll be Raquel's #1 sweetheart for sure. No matter how hard things get, I just keep smiling through it all. All I need is one final push, and I'll be Raquel's #1 sweetheart. Oh hey, how's it going? Oh hey, if it isn't the kids from Thor's. I heard you got yourselves mixed up in some kind of secret meeting a while back. I'm amazed you managed to make it back in one piece. If the meeting was so secret, how did he know? Makes sense that some info would make it to Raquel's underground grapevine, but... No way. You two can't be... Naturally, we plan on bringing Jaegers into the fight, too. We've been scouting out Jaeger Corps, big and small. All in all, I'd say we're looking at a good 40,000 extra soldiers. You're the go-betweens for the Jaeger Corps and Mule Mirage? Well, I ain't got the go-ahead from my clients, so I ain't talking. You must have known about this as well. Even by sensitive information standards, you've done an incredible job covering things up. Well, ain't you a sharp one, girlie? I gotta say, you got the right idea. Made a real killing off this one, too. So Ashley, how'd you like our little party? It was alright, I guess. Doesn't make no difference to me who wins the war. I'm gonna be busy as hell no matter what happens, and that's the bottom line. Spoken like a true warmonger. You're one scary lady. Yeah, I don't think either one of them is in the right here. No sense trying to talk down a merchant of death. Not when cash is on the line. All the more reason we have to stop the Great Twilight no matter what. The rumors going around that this battle will be the end of the world or something stupid like that. Doesn't make a lick of difference to me. I'm just gonna do my job. You better shake a leg if you want to lead us all to a brighter future or whatever, though. I get the feeling you're poking fun at us, but I do genuinely think that you believe in us. That's why you went out of your way to reveal your position in all this. Don't know what you're talking about. I finished my business here, so I was getting ready to make the return trip to Crossbell. Heard you've been looking after Jingo. I haven't been in contact with her for a while now, but it's good to know that she's doing well. Hit me up next time you're on a shopping spree. I don't think she has anything that I'm really looking for. Yeah. I really want to get that global talisman, but we have no Earth talisman. Ashley is the same as ever. Not to mention, that old battle axe Melda showed up. She got something fierce and took all the good stuff. Sheesh, I'm really gonna have to get selling now. The old man doesn't let anything get past him. Business seems to be going well. Got my hands on some real intriguing intel about Crossbell from that old hag. Trading info is just as much of a business as anything else. I'm really gonna have to get selling now. I might as well check everything. Even though I probably wouldn't be able to get what I'm looking for. Sup? Sorry, Barracuda, I just need to clean here. Grr. What's got you so riled up, boy? You're not usually like this. You wouldn't bite me, would you? I thought we were friends. Am I going to tell Mina if I can't keep up the job she gave me? Could you move aside just a little? It won't take long, I promise. Grr, rough. You're not actually playing around here, are you? I can't take this. Save me, Rick. You're on your own. There she is. There was that friend of Yutta's, the one who visited us earlier. What was her name again? Charlotte. Charlotte, of course. You don't see such a kind, good-natured girl very often. She and Yutta look very good together. I know he'd be in good hands if they tied the knots someday. They're like, what, 10? Ah, Charlotte. It looks like she's made friends with Mina as well. I'd love it if something happened between Yutta and Charlotte, but it's completely up to them. They're little kids. Charlotte and I are friends now. I've never been friends with a noble before. And I can't wait until Yetta and Charlotte come back again to play with me. No. Yenna and Yenna and Grandma are always smiling when Charlotte's around. I feel like it's his birthday or something. So we didn't get any grocery list from her. So we do not have information to relay then. Let's continue exploring. Good baby. Come on, you say good baby. Good babies get sleepy. Sleepy. Sniff, sniff. It's easy. We finally fell asleep. I'm starting to feel really tired. There are always fights in the streets. I never get enough sleep because of them. Maybe I would have been able to look after Ash, too, if I tried learning how to take care of a baby sooner. What an idiot. Where did he take the wrong turn? He's right here. Montel is looking after my son again today. Yusei loves him so much. He thinks of him like a grandfather. Sometimes I wonder. I think he feels a lot of guilt about what happened with Ash. Maybe he thinks things would have been different had he looked after Ash more himself. Got 3 O's in that. Oh, more dialogue. Montel's like a grandfather, Yusei now. They're so close. Yusei can be a little moody, but maybe that similarity between the two is why they get along so well. So, ouch. What was with those street punks? I thought my training would prepare me for anything, but they really did a number on me. Here I thought I'd be able to enjoy this last day of leave. Damn it, I won't forget this. I tried to shake down some thug for looking at me funny, but in all the confusion he stole my wallet. Damn it, I'll get it back at him for this. Now I gotta find him, right? No? This game was rushed? I think it's an issue of a little bit of trying to rush it out, and just the sheer amount of dialogue. Anyway, how's it going again, Chessmaster? Please, Adios. Oh, hello. I'm sorry I didn't notice you there. We're sorry for interrupting you. It seemed like you were deep in prayer. I was. I just heard the Imperial Chronicle report about the Emperor's condition and thought I should pray for him. I guess the surgery must be soon, huh? The article indicated that the Emperor's chances of recovery were slim, but I know he'll be fine. Adios would not abandon him. Man, that never shakes your faith, huh? Got a brain like a puppy. Oh, Ash, you're always so cynical. I don't think there's any need to lose hope. No matter what, His Majesty is doing his best to recover. There's that happy-go-lucky, head-in-the-clouds attitude roaring right back. Oh, whatever. Aw, I like that Sister Ulfa sees the silver lining in every cloud. Yeah, even I'm starting to feel more positive. With His Majesty's operation approaching, my prayers to Adios are more important than ever. I know it's going to be alright. Adios would not forsake us. Speaking of which, it seems we have someone here for our anxiety support group today. It's just one person, but maybe offering a kind ear will help. I'll have to go check on them later. Yeah, no matter how hard I work, I can't seem to make any money these days. I had been away from home for a month when my wife finally called it quits, gave up on me. She told me that she's moving back in with her folks. Don't know whether to laugh or cry. I see. Well, that is quite a predicament. Been in this business for 35 years and my wife's always been my rock. Sigh, what am I supposed to do? Now what am I supposed to do? Oops. It's been a week since we started the anxiety support group and today someone's finally shown up. However, even helping one person is no easy task. I just hope we can provide the guidance they're looking for. Someone has finally come to ask our group for advice. I'm going to try to be as helpful as possible. Hey there, you looking for a good time? We've got the most swanky experience ever just waiting for you. Rosa's got me out here trying to reel in potential guests for the club. Can't believe I'm doing such menial work, but my draft card is probably waiting for me at home. I've almost worked off my debt, but what am I supposed to do from here on out? This work is totally beneath me, but then again, it does come with food and a bed. Maybe I should just see how things go. Rosa, are you sure about this guy? It's kind of a waste to have him working the front door. I can think of better ways to make use of him, if you know what I mean. I was thinking about that myself. He's pretty easy on the eyes, but money's not running his mouth off. You have to stay quiet and follow our leads, but it could work. So do we have the green light on that one then? The manager did leave us in charge while he's serving his term in the army. Alright, let's go for it. There aren't many men around here now anyway, so best we learn how to adapt somehow. The kid ended up working with us to make up for not paying the bill. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. We could use the extra help. And I'm going to work him real hard tonight, so we better be ready. He's handsome enough, so long as he stays quiet. Come on, Rosa, why don't we give it a try? Can we talk to this guy? No. Given the choice, I prefer to support Lady Charlotte's decision. However, I also understand that how the master must feel that she's been fraternizing with commoners. See, Lady Charlotte's mother was killed by one. She was quite the philanthropist, always trying to understand the struggle the common folk went through. Her charity work took her to some rather shady neighborhoods, and, well, you can imagine the rest. We were easily able to recover the Cornelia necklace her attacker stole, but the mistress herself wasn't so lucky. Since then, the master has been determined to never experience such a tragedy again. Which brings us to the matter at hand. I believe I've searched all the back streets for hereabouts. It appears Miss Charlotte has moved on from Raquel. I'm honestly not sure how to feel about that, but I should go and report this to the master. Crichton! Get out here! You can't hide from me! Sigh. Now that the war has been declared, everyone's so on edge. He's got some nerve shirking his duties at a time like this. I'll give him a piece of my mind when I catch up to him. It's only a matter of time. He's got to be in Raquel somewhere. Crichton, come on out! I'm not mad, I promise! Sigh. There's nothing in my contract about chasing after you like this. I believe he's in the casino, right? Unless he moved on. Looks like I'm roped into attending the after-party now. These guys are weirdly pushy. I wish they'd let me go already. What a rousing time I've had here in Raquel. However, I must say that I find the morale around here quite lacking. This region was under the 3rd Division's jurisdiction, was it not? Why would troops from that powerhouse of a division act so timid about heading to the front? No wonder the Vander House lost their imperial patronage. Cowards, all of them. The damned 3rd Armored Division. Zex Vander, too. Just how cowardly can you get? You ought to be ashamed for besmirching the imperial family's good name. You pulled together another impressive show today. Keep it up. It's a pleasure to hear you enjoyed yourself, sir. We look forward to your next visit. Right, and next time we'll be getting the free VIP treatment, remember? Of course, how could I forget? At this rate, we'll be in the red in no time. What was that? For a moment there, I was convinced you were trying to resist the war effort. No, of course not. I'd never say anything of the sort, not even a word. Whoops. Nothing new. These soldiers are nothing but a band of loudmouth thugs. I'd much rather deal with the street gangs from before, even. So is Imelda still chilling in here? The answer is yes.
If you ain't buying, then get out.
Nice.
What? Done already?
Sigh, those kids have been getting out of hand. Brawls, extortion, petty crime. I can overlook it if they're just being rowdy. But if they're going to hurt our customers, I'm going to have to rethink things. Is this about Ash's friends? I heard they're up to no good, but sounds like they're really getting full of themselves. Fortunately, they brought back Fafnir, the team Ash established during the Civil War, and are running wild. Sounds like it's being caused by the curse. Where are they now? I haven't seen them today. There have been whole days lately when I haven't seen them at all. I wonder what they're up to. Well, let us know if you see them again. You should check this out when you get a chance. Sigh, lately those delinquents have been getting out of hand. I can overlook it if they're just being rowdy. But if they're going to hurt our customers, I'm going to have to rethink things. And nobody is upstairs there. Let's see if the casino has any new stuff. My, we got a full house inside today. What kind of luck is in the cards for you, I wonder? Come take a chance. The stakes are high, but the rush is unbeatable. Once you're in the army, you're not going to get many chances to enjoy yourself anymore, you know? So why not live it up while you can? The fun and games never end with us. Yeah, place is pretty packed, comparatively. It's very busy today. All the tables are buzzing. Especially as this may be the last chance for these soldiers to relax. I hope they can really let loose so they can go into battle without any regrets. Melty Charm can be gifted to Alphen. And for a crap ton of coins, we can even get those now. But we need to get that Melty Charm. Just enough. So who does that go to? Can be gifted to Alphen while back at base. Once everyone has placed their bets, the game begins. The guy next to me bet red. What to do? Does that mean I should bet black? This time I'm gonna bet on red. The ball's definitely gonna fall there. I'm as sure of that as I'm sure we'll defeat Calvard. Here isn't going to mean anything on the battlefield. That's why I decided to just enjoy myself today. But then I used up all my savings. Gambling's a hell of a drug. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. I'm recharging my energy before fighting the Republic. Just sucks I haven't been able to win once. Damn you, slot machine. Pay me out, you treacherous scum. Where's your imperial patriotism? Ooh, come on, come on. Entry on the second floor is really great at games. Every dealer here knows her. I don't know what we'll do with so many folks here, but things are about to get interesting. Ah, missed again. Same here. It's like I'm never going to win no matter what I do. If you like, I can give you some advice. If you just place a bet on one number, you're really unlikely to win. But if you spread your bets, you're more likely to win a little. But spread betting is super lame. Yeah, sticking it all on one number so it feels like real gambling. Well, that's one way of thinking about it. Okay, they all trigger the same dialogue sequence. I just can't win today. It's gotta be because there are too many soldiers about. They shouldn't be messing around here. They should be training for war. Welcome, welcome. We have a lot of visitors today. With all the games I've had to deal, I started to feel like I'm getting better as a dealer. What do you say? Want to play? Yeah, we're good. Yo, I'm on a winning streak. With luck like this, I just know I'm going to make it through the war. You're just burning through all of your luck. You don't know when this war will end. And who knows when I'll be able to visit a casino again. That's why I'm going to unload all my savings and have some fun in the here and now. I do not have the correct mindset to understand why people gamble. At least gamble like a huge chunk of money. There are a lot of people here trying to enjoy themselves before they're sent to the front lines. We're offering free drinks to commemorate the surge in business. Can I get you anything? My mind isn't wired for it. What's going on here? Oh my, everyone's come to have some fun, I see. Have a scene, take a load off. Wait, Majorie, who are these men? These are my friends. I see. Welcome. Someone really does have a magic touch, and just fall at her feet. Never assumed I was the only one pursuing this wonderful woman. But I never could have imagined the reality of the situation. That doesn't mean I'm going to give up. My love is stronger than that. I have a proposal for you. Why don't we have a competition to see who's the best fit for Marjorie? I'm all too happy to oblige. Well, I can hardly back down if you're going to take him up on it. You leave me no choice. I'll give it a go. Good. The game will be poker. I'll give you some time to prepare. You better be on your A game. Ooh, I cannot wait to see how this turns out. There's merit in a diversion like this from time to time. I live in fashionable society, so poker is my game of passion. The least I can do is give these people the gift of playing with me. So he's full of himself. I played a lot more poker with Marjorie than any of the other gents. There's no way I'm going to lose. Then we have him, the author. I snuck away from him to have some fun for the first time in quite a while. I had no idea the whole affair would become such a perfect drama. As an author, I want to experience everything at least once. I'm going to give this my all. He has an ulterior motive. Who would have expected this story to take such a dramatic twist? Luckily for me, that just means I'm not going to be bored. I'm really looking forward to this showdown. The military customers keep a very loose grip on their wallets. It's kind of sad when you think about it, since they're staking it all knowing they might not make it back home alive. But hey, it's good for the casinos, so whatever. Okay. No way, 4 of a kind. This is going quite well, don't you think? I can take all this jerk's chips. There are a lot of people who want to let loose because their time is short, because their time on this earth may be short. Such may be the fate of us Erebonians, but it's still a difficult truth to accept. Watching the faces of my opponents when the cards are revealed, I can make a good guess as to what's coming next. I can feel good cards are coming my way soon. I'll let my opponent feel secure until the next turn at least. So he's gonna smack down his 4 of a kind with a low bet and then probably beat him next turn. Gotcha. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 more people to talk to in the whole town. 3 people. Hey, my buddy here's fighting a war for you. You got some nerd trying to charge him. Yeah, how can you think about business when the future of the whole empire's at stake? Sigh. Another bunch of empty-headed brutes to deal with. What'd you call us? Here's a little tidbit you gentlemen might find interesting. As per the National Mobilization Law, this club has a working agreement with the government. In return for the information we provide, we have the backing and protection from the highest in the land. How would you like me to tell your boss's boss's boss what you two get up to in your spare time? You can't be serious. You're really, working with the government, huh? But of course, we are a members-only club for the Empire's elite. If you think the war gives you carte blanche to take this town for a ride, you've got another thing coming. Ugh. Damn it, guess we can't just waltz into this club. We'd better not have stuck our necks out too far here. Huh, that should be enough to send them on their merry way, wouldn't you agree? It's not as if they were a suitable guest to our establishment to begin with. If the CEO finds out about this, we're dead. We really called our bluff. Maybe we should just cut our losses and get the hell out of here. But for sure they let us in free. Damn it, guess we can't just waltz into this club. We better not stuck our necks out too far here. And Raquel is thoroughly explored. I guess we'll handle the stuff in Ortis then. Well, there's our next quest. I heard that there's some complaints from the general public about the conscription numbers being excessive. It'd be a different story if this were some tiny skirmish we're preparing for, but this is cavalry we're talking about. Building up our forces here is a no-brainer. The obvious move is to go full speed ahead with the conscriptions. That's how we make Erebonia more powerful. This is the entrance to Ortis Station. It's probably best not to enter. Of course. Seeing families and friends out in front of the conscription office having tearful goodbyes really hurts to see. I mean, there's no guarantee that they'll even be able to come back from the war. I hope the higher-ups can sort things out before we get trapped in a protracted war. Those are the ones to fear. Oh, more dialogue. Gotta feel sorry for these people. Just ordinary civilians being sent to slaughter. Yeah. There's been complaints across town about the price jumps, and now they've gone up yet again. Conscription is in full swing. Goods marked for military use have doubled, but the number of capable farmers has plummeted. That kind of thing leads to market scarcity for products, resulting in sudden price jumps. We're always being strong-armed by this stupid government. They knew full well what the conscription would result in. Still, Governor Regnitz is taking charge of distributing rations for us. So we're getting at least enough support to keep our lives from totally collapsing. It's a small comfort that at least our governor and his admission have given our situation proper consideration. I've heard chatter of the Ortis nobles taking steps down the path leading us to war. They haven't come across too much regarding what the four great houses are up to, though. I can't imagine they're simply sitting by in silence. They could be operating in secret, right? I imagine the nobles must be interested in matters of the four great houses. There's nothing public so far, but they could be operating in secret, right? And you, what are you doing going up those stairs? We finally have the complete combatant figures. It would appear we've taken another step toward actual war. As nobles, it's our duty to enact punishment for Calvert's disrespect towards His Majesty. I do detest cooperating with the Imperial government, but I'm making an exception. How twisted that the Civil War was the event to show us the true power of the Imperial Army. If we nobles were to join forces with the government, we'd wipe Calvert off the map without a doubt. Jacqueline's ice cream flavors are so delightful. Here I am having been conscripted, and I can't even do the one thing that I love, shop. My life's in the toilet. But being able to eat something delicious, that always calms me down. It's like I'm in another world. Wow, it really picked me right up. I'm gonna go out there and do my best so I can get right back to my peaceful shopaholic ways. The power of good food, right? I was so anxious a few moments ago, but now I'm as cool as a cucumber. I'm gonna go out there and do my best so I can get right back to my peaceful shopaholic ways. I have to say, you're looking a little gaunt. If you let dark thoughts build up, eventually they'll morph into something more wicked. Do me a favor, alright? Eat as much delicious food as you can, and take a nap every now and then. It'll do you a world of good. Okay, just making sure it was synced, at least on my end. There's no real future in maritime shipping. Then how are we supposed to keep financially afloat? We'll drown at this rate. Honey, calm down and pull yourself together. If you don't steer yourself in a new direction soon, your family won't be able to support itself in the future. You think I don't know that? But knowledge and expertise gained in the maritime shipping industry doesn't just translate anywhere else. Just doesn't translate. I know I'm in deep water, but if I can't find a way to ensure my family's well-being... Even if we call in our so-called contacts, I don't see them being able to pull us up out of our current situation. What are we going to do? What are we to do? Oops. My husband seems to be completely lacking in confidence. Given how things are, I don't think we'll see much progress anytime soon. Yeah, conscription office. We should probably keep our distance. Standing out is the last thing we want. Might as well talk to them. Gotta go through this whole place one section by one section. We sent some truly excellent employees to the mansion. There's a certain someone that we have been given the honor of providing care for. Even if her demeanor is looking better, she still seems fairly worn out. I truly empathize with her situation. I pray that I can one day see a smile on her face once more. Could this certain someone possibly be Empress Priscilla? The Emperor's condition is definitely troubling, and then there's also the situation with the Crown Prince. My employees here at the hotel are obliged to provide care for a certain guest of honor at the mansion. They operate with complete devotion, endeavoring to smooth out any wrinkle of anxiety or stress. These two. I have some news that might interest you. Oh, my ears are open then. It's something I heard from an acquaintance in Heimdall. Information regarding certain new operations that are about to begin. Large-scale operations. New operations in the current situation? And that could only mean... You catch my drift. In addition, this information comes from a very reputable source. I'd say it looks like a guaranteed deal. Now, return on investment is 20%, but the catch is that only fairly large deposit sums will be accepted. Well, as far as advanced information goes, this is quite detailed. If I understand you correctly, you're proposing a joint investment of sorts. That I am. And if I know you as well as I think I do, Count Richmond, you'll jump at the chance. Investing in a government-related group. Something feels off seeing how detailed their information is. Machias, what is it? It's not a big deal. I just have something on my mind. Might contact Reiner later, just to be on the safe side. Really, there was absolutely no way I'd have managed with this the amount of capital I currently have. And that's precisely why I'll be letting you let me use yours, Richmond. You'll see soon enough. Especially since I'm investing extra that way. I will be seen as a representative of this investment venture. Mwahahaha. That was close. I almost let this perfect chance to make a killing slip through my fingers. I must take action and quickly. I do detest the idea of having to owe Gordy anything. How about I take the initiative and up my own investment to the max? They're both trying to outplay each other. Riviera Court is an establishment with a history behind it, same as this hotel. I'm certain they were proud of the building, which had been carefully maintained over the past decades by each passing generation. But instead of receiving acclaim, it's been forcibly relocated to its former location commandeered for use as a conscription office. The government's hand is not a gentle one. Riviera Court has been forcibly relocated. Its former location commandeered for use as a conscription office. The government's harsh. As someone working at an establishment with a similar amount of history behind it, I must say that it pains me to see. Okay. So that's where we're meeting here. Those two, Count Richmond and Count Gordy, have been rivals for many years. They both made names for themselves as high-level investors, and whenever there are profits to be had, they're at each other's throats. A few years back, they had some heavy losses during the Civil War. That's when their slow descent first began. Now they're really made for each other, aren't they? Or they really are made for each other, aren't they? I'll say they really are made for each other. Don't tell Dorothy that. My younger brother lives together with my parents. I just heard that both he and my father have both been conscripted. Their nose arrived this morning. They'll be stationed in Ruhr, apparently. I guess you could say that's far enough from the front lines in Crossbell. Still, anyone in my situation would be worried. Family is something that transcends money and all else. My father and younger brother have been called to take part in the war. I won't lie, I'm very worried about them. Well, I might not show it on the outside, but on the inside I'm constantly fretting. Quest. It's good to see you all. So, the rumored Radiant Wings. Well, your personnel leave no room for complaint. And you must be... His presence. I can't help but think I felt it before when you went to Crossbell for field exercises. Are you with the CID, same as Kayla? Yes, I'm direct supervising superior officer. By the way, I'm also registered with Hercules, same as her. I see. That explains why your defenses are so strong. Anyway, we did take a look at the request. But at the meeting yesterday, it was mentioned the whereabouts of Hercules are still unknown. But apparently they've been hiding in the blockaded area of Avon Hills. Since that's the case, do you know where this information came from? This information was shared via secret contact from my brother Cody. Oh, really? Exactly. He also said his fellow platoon members have absolutely lost their minds. It seems that their strategy is to carry out this operation the day before the war officially begins. But it also seems there's no telling when they could go out of control. Then we gotta do something as soon as possible. I agree. Our secret negotiations with the Imperial government are complete. They've agreed to our operations within the blockaded area and our protection of the captured squad. Alright, Radiant Wings, I know that this may be an absurd request, but could I have your help? Okay. So we'd be trying to protect the members of Hercules who were night-touched and lost their sanity. We need Gaius or Emma's abilities if we were to have a shot. Once this quest begins, you will reform your party with either Emma's or Gaia as a fixed member. I'm sorry, but would you mind giving me a little longer? Of course, you must have your own tasks to take care of. Just let me know once you're ready. Might as well say before we do it, see what happens. Also, we should probably equip Gaia since we're going to bring him along. That. If it's not on the cards, let me know, and I'll try to find other connections to ask. Okay? So we'd be trying to protect the members of Hercules, yep. Accept request. Should probably bring them both, honestly. If we can. Given the severity of the situation, we'll do whatever we can. Thank you so much. You know how much this means to me. By the way, have you already brainstormed any strategies? Yes, of course. Though they're on the basic side. The gunship that they have is indispensable if they want to carry anything out. First Lieutenant Humphrey and I plan on relieving them of it altogether. Even including Cody, they only have 12 people. In addition, there's a small blind spot located around back that could serve as a good infiltration location. If Kayla and I can get through there, I think we can make something happen. For that to work, we'll need to distract them as much as possible. I think a head-on assault would be a good move. We gotta hit them hard and fast. Nice to see you're quick on the uptake. Still, will the two of you be able to handle it by yourselves? If possible, we'd appreciate having someone to help us keep watch over the area and act as a liaison with you all. And maybe one more person to provide backup for the surprise attack. Gotcha. If you're looking for an operator, I'm your girl. Great to have you on board. Okay, I think this will work. Considering that the platoon could be under the influence of the Great Twilight, Gaia's and Emma's abilities are going to be indispensable. Right, then I ask that you arrange for one of them to be positioned in each team. Okay. Sounds like we just about got our plan finalized then. Yeah, let's strike while the iron's hot. We'll establish teams and begin operations. Herculean task started. Take Gaius. So Emma is forcibly removed and put into the other team. Gotcha. Huh. Oh, I see. Triangle is random. That's what that is. I wasn't paying attention to those tooltips up there. I probably should. You hate that they do this shit? Forcing you to take one person or another. You gotta up that replayability, right? Gotta see all those, like, 2 or 3 extra lines of dialogue on second playthrough. Or just save, do it, save again, do it again. Or reload that save, then do it again. Me and the others landed in the Avon Hills, careful to make as little noise as possible. After splitting up with Kayla's observation and an ambush team, the group reached the restricted area where the Hercules squad was said to be hiding. We're finally going to be able to go back there. So this is where we'll find Hercules, huh? We don't have to rough them up too much to snap them out of it. Yeah, here's hoping. Reen, what's your status? We just arrived at our destination. Ready to go anytime you are. Roger that. I've got a lock on our targets. It looks like they're operating in groups of 4. There's a patrol team and a gunship, plus the officers, namely Captain Regan and Warrant Officer Cody. As we discussed, it's up to you to draw out and capture the patrol team along with the officers. You're going to be up against some real elites under the Great Twilight's fiendish influence, no less. Be sure to exercise caution. Sure thing. You guys stay safe out there, too. Alright, Reen, go ahead and get started. Got it. Here's the lock. Think you can cut through it, Reen? Shouldn't be a problem. I cut through that lock in Celtic, remember? Barely even made a sound either. Good times. Well, I guess we're not going for the stealthy approach this time. If you want to get things rolling, I'll just have to be as flashy and obvious as possible. Aitley's One Blade, Scroll 6-4, Crimson Slash. There, I think that's enough to get their attention. Time to charge all the way through. Yeah.
Begin combat.
Witch cat.
Cut through! Take this!
My turn. Search mode activated. Scan complete.
Let's see. A devilishly cute cat monster. Those that let their guard down may be eaten by it and become a horrible husk.
I'm up. Shit. My turn.
Bye-bye. Whack.
My turn. There!
An opening. I need to keep getting better.
He got True Thunderfang. I don't use Gaius enough to know what's different about it. Yeah, it's a whole thing over here.
It's my turn.
I shall go.
I got this.
It's my turn! Oh, I found some treasure!
Fine.
Dang it.
Bring it. Initiate.
Abyss Maggot.
It's my turn. Take the infernal dam. It's down. It's mine. I'm up. Crimson down. Let's go, everyone. I'm up. Now, it's mine. This is it.
Green Mad. Wow, first turn.
Now,
Alright,
search mode
scanning.
activate. Scan complete.
Abyss Maggot. A normal subterranean maggot. It kills its prey with lightning bolts and causes earthquakes when it takes damage. Just like an abyss worm.
Let's go. Shit. It's down. It's mine.
I shall go. There! Now! They're mine!
It's my turn. Now, it's mine.
I shall go. And now! They're mine!
Come at me. Weak.
Here I go!
Nice.
I'm up. Now, it's mine.
I shall go.
Green
Search
Raccoon.
mode activate. Scan complete.
A small raccoon monster that's clever yet aggressive. The sharp weapons it carries are made from poisonous plants.
I shall go.
Settle damage.
Riona fire! There! They're mine!
My turn. Yeah. It's my turn. It's down. It's mine. Nice.
Summon Hector 2. Power 4S plus. Nice. Silver Charm out of that.
This is nice. Wide open. Shit, now! It's mine. Sure.
Nope! It's my turn!
Very nice.
Now, search mode activate. Scan complete.
Stray Dog. A dog monster adept at fighting in confined spaces, adapts to its surroundings, and guards its territory fiercely.
Now,
What are you vulnerable to? Nightmare, burn, sleep.
there! Now! They're mine!
Let's go. Shit, it's down. It's mine.
Here I shall go. There! Battle complete. Let's continue.
And we need beast flesh.
Locked and loaded!
I love big sepet drops.
Don't let up! Now! It's mine!
It's my turn! Now.
Sure. You're mine! Got no time to waste. I see a powerful enemy. Take caution.
Powerful enemy. Exercise caution.
Heck yeah, golden palm.
Initiate! Oh! Come through! Now! It's mine!
I shall go. Search mode activate. Detailed information obtained.
Goldsider. A large monster with an outer shell like golden armor. It attacks by charging, driving back anything in its path.
All right. Time.
I got this. Hey, you! Rest in peace! Come at me!
I shall go.
Thanks. It's my turn! Crimson Flash! I got this. Hey, you! Rest in peace! Yeah! Okay, sword!
My turn.
Got a charm.
Reenact fire. Now. They're mine.
It's my turn! Let's go! Initiate Omega Operation! It's my turn! Take Infernal Power now! Come on! Let's go! Ha! It's down! It's mine! I got this. You're mine! Ha! Done already?
And right there is where we start our mission.
Locked and loaded.
There's a school of.
But fishing comes first, always.
I got one. Nice.
Well, that's a new one.
Check it out.
Did it say we got 4 brave seeds for that?
I got one. Nice.
I guess we'll see again.
Pretty good, huh?
1 brave seed.
There.
I got one. Nice. I did it.
Cobra head. Reen, you're coming up on the stone arch, right? Be careful. From what Kayla says, there's a strong chance that a troll team's lying in wait just on its other side. I wonder why I didn't sense anyone around here. They're at their best when it comes to stealth and infiltration. Seems like they're not going to make things easy on us. We've also got their Ramda to contend with. Thanks for the heads up, Toa. No problem. Good luck. Toa sure comes in handy as our navigator. Yeah, we dodged a bullet there. Damn, they found us. I thought we completely erased our presence. Doesn't matter. If it's come to this, we'll just have to take them out right here and now.
A powerful enemy. Exercise caution.
This is where the fun begins.
Initiate!
There you are. Hercules, great sword, and Hercules rifle.
Yeah!
Hercules greatsword. Skilled fighter armed with the Kavardian Special Forces sword. Under the influence of the curse.
I'm up! Yeah!
Let's see, Hercules rifle. Skilled fighter armed with the Kavardian Special Forces rifle. Under the influence of the curse.
It's my turn! Crimson Flash!
Rambler activate.
Here I go! Time it!
Let's go!
Oh no, you don't.
Crimson now! It's mine!
I shall go.
Thanks.
Thanks!
I got this.
So you handle this.
Hey, you! Rest in peace! It's
Ooh,
down.
they took that hit like a champ.
Let's go!
Or a bunch of champs.
It's down! It's mine!
My turn. Rionac fire! Now!
They're mine!
Rambler activate.
Let's go! Crimson, it's down! It's mine!
Sure.
There it is.
Hey, you yeah! And open it!
Failed.
Here I go!
Rambler activate.
My turn.
Initiate! Oh, man!
I shall go. Rionac fire! Now!
They're mine!
It's my turn!
I shall go.
I'm up!
Rambler activate. Rambler activate.
No healing. No.
My turn.
Healing over time.
I'll...
Thanks.
Thanks!
It's my turn! Roar! Healing now! It's mine!
Failed. Sure.
Hey, you rest in peace!
Rambler activate.
My turn.
Death blow's 5% chance. What that means is that there is a chance.
Thanks.
Thanks! Here I go!
I'm up!
Rambler activate. Sure.
You're mine!
I shall go.
Rambler activate.
I'm up! Crimson Flash!
All right!
Rambler
Let's go! Crimson
Oh,
Flash!
he attacked the other way.
I shall go.
Good job, game prioritization.
Thanks.
Thanks!
Sure.
You're mine!
It's my turn! Nuh-uh!
I'll save you.
Thanks!
It's my turn! Now! It's mine!
My turn. There!
They're mine!
Let's go! Initiate! I'm up!
Damn.
One left.
All right!
I'm up!
I got this.
My turn.
Here I go!
I'm up!
I shall go. There!
It's my turn!
Let's go! All right, nice work.
Minotaurus reached level 8.
I need to keep getting better.
Damn, they really got us good. Looks like this is it. Guys, can you take a look at these guys for me? Sure, leave it to me. From the looks of it, they haven't become night-touched again. I'd say it's more like they've fallen under some sort of trance. So whoever put them in this trance must be behind all this then. Given the situation, the unit's leader sticks out as the most suspicious of anyone involved. Yeah, we did take care of those guys at least, so there shouldn't be any more issues here. Now we just gotta confront whoever set this in motion. Right, let's settle all this. Just drop them all off to the side. We'll be fine.
Now's our chance! Initiate! Oh. Come through! It's down! It's mine!
Here I go! You can't escape! Let's get him!
I'll assist. I shall go. Reenact fire. There.
They're mine!
I got this.
Hey! Give us in peace! It's down! An opening! Let's go! Ha! Now! It's mine! This is it!
Mobius reached
Now
level
that's
8.
teamwork! Great job, Ash!
As if. Oh, it's a treasure chest.
Shieldbreaker 3. We don't really use those, do we?
Begin combat.
Here I go!
Initiate!
All right! Time!
It's my turn! It's my turn! Take this! Infernal Gale! Huh?
I shall go.
Initiate Omega!
I shall go. Activate destroy.
My turn. Let's bounce.
Oh, he got sealed. Nice.
Arcus activate! Let's go! Crimson Slash! Ta!
Now.
Let's go! Ha!
My turn.
It's my turn! Ah! Let's get him!
I'll assist.
Again,
Now.
one turn. Pretty lucky.
Reenact fire. Now.
They're mine!
It's my turn! Hold back! Let's go! Shit!
Nuh-uh!
Now.
My turn.
It's my turn!
High heaven formation.
Here I go!
Ha! It's my turn! Shit!
I shall go. There.
They're mine!
That one took a little bit longer than usual. See, the next one, just head over there. We'll smack into the trigger for it.
Locked and loaded. Ha! Ha!
Now's our chance. It's down. It's mine. Take this. All right. Nice work.
There's the ship.
Wide open.
Ignite! Crimson Lotus formation! Shit! It's down! It's mine!
Here I go. Ha!
Now.
Thanks. Thanks. Sure.
Yeah! An opening!
This is it.
Nope.
I'll save you.
Paint.
It's my turn!
My turn. Yeah.
I'm up!
I got this. Ha! Done already?
And last box gets us 5 more U material. I mean, you probably should give us a few more than that, considering how much we need to make one thing. But I'll take it. There, that must be the rest of them. The report said there'd be 8 in total. Don't they look kind of off? Definitely. Looks like Kayla's brother's trying to snap them out of it. Captain Regan, you've got to listen to me, sir. No matter what we try, our numbers aren't enough to even make a dent on the Empire. We're not targeting a military base here either. This is a city we're talking about, with all kinds of civilians right in the line of fire. I think we should give ourselves up. If I'm being honest, I've already asked my sister to arrange our return back to Calvard. Cody, I can't put into words how disappointed I am in you. Don't tell me you've forgotten everything the Empire's done. Or is that you've given up on avenging? Is it that you've given up on avenging your own father? What? I mean, it's not. Save it. I've got no further use for you. Oh, do excuse our little domestic squabble, Erebonian scum. I suppose this half-wit leaked our location, and you all came rushing in. Well, no matter. We needn't hide any longer. What, you got something special for us? With this power, I'll wipe your pestilential empire right from existence. You're kidding. They can summon the Nosferatu? It's that Crimson Devil again. The curse taking complete hold of him. He can enslave monsters to his command. We gotta do something before he turns into one himself. This is what I've been waiting for. I've never felt so alive. Now then, let me hear your cries of anguish and despair.
This one's strong. Be careful.
Lucifuge.
Initiate Omega Operation! Ha!
Remnant, activate!
It's my turn!
Now. Search mode activated. Scan complete.
Lucifuge. A Nosferatu distorted by the loss of balance in Erebonia. It curses all souls and brings eternal nightmares.
I'm up! It's down! It's mine! Take this! It's down! It's mine!
I shall go. Activate. There.
They're mine.
Remnant, activate.
It's my turn!
We don't have a very good just raw damage increase one, do we?
Ignite! It's my turn! Now! It's mine!
Here I go. You can't
me!
Now. Now.
They're mine!
Ramga activate. Sure. Hey! It's down! An opening! Yeah.
Goodbye, summon.
I shall go. Now.
They're mine!
I'm up! It's down! It's mine!
My turn. I'll support.
Thanks. Thanks. Sure. Ramga activate.
I'm up! It's down! It's mine! This is it!
Ramga activate.
Here I go!
Now.
Now.
It's my turn! Crimson Slash!
Right!
Sure. Now. Ramga activate.
It's my turn! Crimson Slash!
Now. Damn it.
All right!
Let's go!
Now.
My turn.
I'll...
Thanks.
Thanks!
I got this.
Let's go! Now!
And
Mine!
All right!
broken.
Wide open!
I'll assist. My turn. There.
They're mine!
And dead.
I failed.
All right! We rocked it, Allie! Yeah, I did it!
All right, got it.
Did that? Arcane Gale can now be used. Gale's perfected essence hits twice. Okay,
Stats
cool.
updated.
So he has Arcane Gale by default now? That's awesome. Such insolence. But I got plenty more where that came from. Well, it didn't even get a turn, so we can handle this easily. It's just one after another. Wait, what's happening? Look. What's this? You dare to disobey me? Hey, you demon bastard, over here! Quick, we gotta back him up. No need, I have this covered. Those bullets weren't even coming out of the minigun completely. Those bullets were infused with Emma's mana. Gotta hand it to her, they really tore right through that thing. That voice, was that Kayla? How'd you get through our defense perimeter? Looks like the strike mission was a success. We couldn't have done it without you. You really came through for us by keeping the officers nice and distracted. And rest assured, the other troops are doing alright as well. That's good to know. Looks like you're the only one left, Captain. Still feel like you can take us? No, that's it for me. I don't know why, but suddenly I'm just absolutely exhausted. Out like a light. No wonder with all that power he used. Emma and Gaius treated the remaining Hercules members. They also successfully purged Captain Regan of the curse's influence. Somebody had their finger very twitchy that day when they typed that out. I don't know what to say. You've done so much for us. I can barely put my gratitude into words myself, but it's truly been an honor. Hey, this was all you. We just pitched in where we could. You saved Captain Regan. On top of everything else, that warrants plenty of thanks in my book. I'm kind of afraid what he'll say when he wakes up, but at least he's alive. So from what I understand, you two hold a grudge against the Empire for what happened to your father. Yeah, he was an officer in the Calvardian army. He lost his life fighting on Crossbell a year and a half ago. Before you see anything, we know seeking revenge on the Empire over one casualty is just plain selfish. Believe me, we understand what you're going through with this. Grief doesn't have to make sense. Losing someone you love is never easy. In any case, I think Captain Reagan will come to see the error of his ways after the dust is really settled. We've already squared things with the government, so there should be no problems there. Though we did have to hand over our new gunship as one of the terms of our negotiation. So that's how you managed to swing things. That gunship's the latest model of the Verne Company, correct? I can see why it'd make such a valuable bargaining chip. Everyone's out to get whatever advantage they can in this fight. With that in mind, how are you planning to get back to the Republic? Oh, we have our ways. We've got a contact who set everything up for us. They managed to secure a safe passage aboard an airship. Yeah, so there's nothing to worry about there. Ah, sounds like it all works out then. Glad to hear it. Guess this is where we part ways. If you need any more help, you can always call on us. We still need to pay you back for this time first. Thanks again, everyone. I won't forget it. Quest or Herculean task completed. And we got Pyre Bell. Oh, we could play against her right now. I don't know how to thank you all. Have you heard of Ange Masters? It's a card game that's been taking the nation by storm. That's out of left field, huh? I started playing recently, but I haven't been able to find people to face off against. Do you want to play a match sometime? Sure. You can now play Vantage Masters against 2nd Lieutenant Kayla. And we shall. Roger. Edit deck. We got a new magic card, I think. We got Vanish. Deals 6 damage to the target. If your master is the paladin, it deals 7 damage instead. So it's just a raw damage card. Which honestly, I feel like is not the most useful compared to placing a good monster out. The Swordsman.
Go easy on me now.
And we go second. Really? I'll slap that down so he can AoE them again next turn. Ooh, return to hand. That's a mean card. We might win next turn. Nope. Gonna need a little bit longer. got another one of those cards. And GG.
Guess I underestimated you.
Regna Croy. Thanks for everything. I don't know when, but I'll pay you back. Oh man, I feel terrible for making Kayla worry. I thought I'd finally get my act together now that I'm in Hercules, but I guess I still got some old habits to break. Captain Reagan and the other troops will recover given enough time. Can't thank you enough for what you've done here. And I am to believe that is everything. And now we can lower this ladder, I think. There we go. And now we head over here to take care of our remaining business in Ordis. Feels like the overquality of Clay's products is dropping a little. What's being sold here is hardly any different from emergency rations. The requisition seems pretty brutal as well. You don't need full-on luxury ingredients, just some that are a little nicer than average. Ooh, a text message. The current requisitions seem to be pretty brutal, but I suppose that simply having any basics is something to be grateful for. But my job is to prepare meals, and I really wish I could use some finer ingredients. Okay, let me see what this is, because it could be important.
Okay.
Sorry about this. Okay. Revere Court has always relied on their connection to nobles. It's a long-standing point of pride for them. Still, they're barely scraping by in their current location. In a place like that, calling out to customers would be nearly useless, wouldn't it? Passing out some kind of grand reopening pamphlet would be way more useful. That was nothing, just thinking aloud, that's all. The people at Riviera Court have a hearty aura about them. I'm not too concerned about that, however, I'll be crushing them beneath my heel soon enough. Cinnamon Pecky. Wait a minute. They're upcharging. Oh, there's a new release section over there now. Let's see, how to send off a loved one and inheriting property without regrets. Huh. Not exactly the easiest section to look through right now. Well, there's no doubt about the manager's skills. With Father serving in the Imperial Army right now, this selection of titles cuts pretty deep. But who knows, it might help. I'll be thinking about it no matter what, so maybe I'll pick it up. Oh. I love when messages don't get sent, because there's like one specific section of my room, and it's right here on my desk on the right side. That's just like a complete black box, and messages just don't get sent through if I set my phone there for some reason. It's kind of funny. But anyway, back to dialogue. But who knows? It might help. Might help. I'll be thinking about, yeah, so maybe I'll pick it up. Okay. Proverbs Eternity. Everywhere you look these days, you'll find stores suffering from failing sales. It's a pretty pointless issue if you ask me. Falling sales. When it comes to sales, speed is everything. You gotta pick up on incoming trends before they even emerge and stock up early. That's how business works, and that's a fact. A top-class merchant knows how to turn profit no matter the circumstances. And it requires some sharp senses to tell what's coming. There's no doubt in my mind that I can produce sales under absolutely any circumstances. It's obvious when you're a first-rate merchant. Welcome. Are you looking for anything specific? Hang on, it's the Thor's kids. Guilty as charged. Look at you, the very picture of a happy shopkeeper. Don't give me that crap. An old friend visited my shop earlier and told me something interesting. Namely that the Navy's getting mobilized too. That's the reason behind the commotion at the harbor, apparently. Guess that means it's almost time for things to go down. Some of the friends I served with in the escort fleet are still in the Navy. Here's hoping they pull through this. I can't let myself get distracted. The boss picked me to replace Wad, so I can't screw this up. I'll finish my work and then take the bike out for a ride to help me shake off this gloomy mood. What you got? Lysenko have really been asserting themselves lately. Their power is growing, no mistake about it. I'd like to be charitable and chalk it up to business acumen, but I have been hearing some pretty nasty rumors. They say the company is cozying up to the government and military. If true, it'd mean that business is practically highway robbery. The National Mobilization Law requires private companies to cooperate with the government, but things seem different with Lysenko. It chills me to think they could have known from the start how profitable things would become, and cozied up to the government as a result. Even the RF group is cooperating fully with the administration. But things seem different with Lysenko. Did they cozy up to the government knowing how profitable things would become? I must be overthinking. Insider information. Advanced goggles can be gifted to Tita. Ooh. Got a decent amount of raw sepith. Oh yeah, they also have the slightly increased exchange rate, don't they? I forgot about that. Okay. Next section. I think we talked to these two, right? There's no real future in maritime shipping, then how are we supposed to get financially aloft? We'll drown at this rate. Honey, calm down and pull yourself together. If you don't see yourself in a new direction soon, your family won't be able to support itself in the future. Don't you think I know that? But knowledge and experience gained in the maritime shipping industry just doesn't translate anywhere else. I know I'm in deep water, but if I can't find a way to ensure my family's well-being... Also, I just want to point out that he's talking about maritime shipping, and a lot of his metaphors were water-related, and I think that's pretty good. Even if we call in our so-called contracts, I don't see them being able to pull up out of our current situation. Oh, what are we to do? My husband seems to be completely lacking in confidence. Given how things are, I don't think we'll see much progress anytime soon. An event. Huh? What are you all doing here? We have a war on our hands. This is the time to volunteer, not to be frolicking about. I, of course, have been cooperating to my fullest ability. Look closely at the tankers being loaded in the bay. Several of those are mine. Given that cargo ships are in such short supply, I loaned mine out to the Navy. The idea of working with the government still disgusts me to my core. But plummeting trade means we have an excess of ships just sitting around in the dock. May as well take advantage of the situation if it means they'll owe us later on. Right up until the other day, the Imperial Defense Force were strutting around as if they owned the place. Your military forces are preparing for the coming war, and your protection has been entrusted to us, they said. Give me a break. At some point, they completely disappeared without any explanation. What the hell's going on? Where's their sense of responsibility? Oh. In the end, they were probably just being moved around at the convenience of the government. The IDF pissed me off when they were here, and they pissed me off now that they're gone. Agreed. I contacted Chief Warrant Officer Brighton in Heimdall. He was tough but motivating. There's a lot happening, but he asked me to make sure I fulfill my duties as thoroughly as possible. It looks like the anti-Calvert protests and rallies in Heimdall are reaching frenzied levels. Chief Warrant Officer Brighton must be having a really rough time out there. I'll do everything I can here so that I can proudly say I'm one of his subordinates. Being sent to Ordis was a shock at first, but I guess I've been slacking a bit. But I'm going to be the best I am going to be the best I can out here. I want to be able to return to my work in Heimdall with my head held high. And then there's the cup. Oh no, it's the butler and the girl that's trying to meet with the other person. It can't be. Heathcliff has been sent to war? I happened to overhear. Apparently he was following the will of his current head of house. He's to be a liaison officer at Crossbell. I am truly surprised as well, as there was no sign of him doing something like this before. Heathcliff, you decided that bringing up to me before was cowardly, didn't you? Bringing up to me? I decided. I'm going after Heathcliff. What are you saying, my lady? Hasn't he already joined up? If I end up never seeing him again, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. Don't you see, Hawkins? I have to do this. Don't try to stop me. As usual, when it comes to that gentleman, you become most earnest, my lady. You leave me with no choice. If your mind is set on this course of action, I will offer you whatever assistance I can. Thank you. My nose is just itchy. Hello. Oh, Miss Lilibel, I see you've been hard at work trying to help your parents. You've truly grown up so much, sob. Now that you don't need my help anymore, it makes me feel a little sad. Oh, it's my back again. Keeping this up is going to be tough. But I can get through it. I have to look after the young miss through thick and thin. Miss Lilibel has such a lovely smile. Now, take your mother's hand and smile brightly. What's going on in here? Mommy, this is for you, a special Friends Again coupon. You and Daddy can make up again with this. Oh my, thank you very much, dear. But, you know, Daddy and I haven't fallen out. Are you sure? Of course, I wouldn't lie to you, my sweet Lilibel. We were discussing something, and perhaps I might have gotten a little carried away. We'll talk it over when he returns. Okay, you better do it right, Mommy. Of course, sweetie. Oliver helped me when I was making invites for the summer festival, but I did it all by myself today. I'm glad Mommy liked it. I think it was a success, right? Time to celebrate. Lilibel's been getting really worried. I may have been a little overly harsh with my words lately. I'll have to talk it over with my husband when he returns. I wonder. I haven't actually been paying attention, but how many hours have we logged in this game so far? 95 hours. Hoo boy. But that's how I play these games anyway. I'm still having fun. Well, shall we set off to the towns to the south to perform mass for them? Wait a minute, I haven't taken my cookies to the Can Estate yet. I didn't put enough sugar in today, so I had to start over. So that's what you've been busying yourself doing, Sister Sienna. I'm sorry. When I think of the poor Empress, I can't just stand around twiddling my thumbs. And hey, my daily cookie deliveries actually did some good. Those annoying Imperial Defense Force jerks admitted defeat and left. I don't know where to start. Cough. Anyway, we normally don't intervene in secular matters. At least ask the Archbishop for permission before you go again. Okay, I'll go ask him right now. Maybe we spoiled Sister Sienna, but there are worse things, I think. Her cheery nature is a blessing in these grim times. I think we can overlook it. I baked a boatload of cookies so we could hand them out to all the faithful down south. I guess I should have cleared it with the Archbishop first, though. I'll go ask him about it now. This coming war is going to be far greater than any conflict we've ever seen, with the Civil War included. I feel so uneasy whenever I think of the future. I come to church to find some peace, and stop myself from subjecting my daughter to my apprehensions. Hey, have you heard of the Lance Maiden? They say she's this super strong, super cool lady knight who ended something called the War of the Lions. Neat, huh? When I grow up, I want to be just like her. Oh, these two. I know that the scale of the conflict would be large, but I didn't expect it to be so all-encompassing. Are things always headed to this point? I'm going to have to act with great care from here on. I too must aid those who have lost their way. Well, being a member of the nobility carries a lot of responsibility. To lose our way at some point is inevitable, I'm afraid, out of bounds. Our burdens weigh heavier than ever during this turning point in history. Offering some advice is all I can do. Really? The neighboring states are taking action. That's what I've heard, anyway. If it's true, then who knows what will happen. There's no telling who will win this war now, or even how long it could end up lasting. Sigh. And yet, it is ordinary citizens who will suffer the most for this. Indeed. Huh. So the neighboring provinces are acting covertly. Still, what do we do? Do we join the government's side, or... Do they have, like, a spare text box that they had to fill or something? The Septian Church is communicating with its various branches in secret. Using our resources and information, we are trying to improve the lives of the people, even if only a little. Mysterious phantom flowers and fiends have started to appear frequently in the area, here, in the Mare. There are even reports of demons like the ones in the scriptures. The Grousert are doing what they can, but we must try to prevent people from being caught up in the chaos. There's been some sort of incident at the holy city of Arteria, the seat of the Septian Church. The Grousert are also working in earnest, albeit independently from the actions taken by the Papal Guard. Although, all throughout the ages, this same conflict over the sacraments of Adios perpetuates itself time and again. Oh, worry not, pay my musings no mind. No matter the era, the role of the Church will never change. We must pray to Adios for the well-being of our loved ones. The sacraments of Adios. The story of the Septarians is recorded in the scriptures of the Septian Church. Maybe there's something we can learn from it. Even in the darkest of times, we all have our parts to play, things we can do to make the world a better place. It would seem that the Grousfitter's ship was forced to make an unexpected landing on the road to town. However insignificant it may be, the cathedral offered what little support it could to those affected. The distinguished folk from the Congregation for Divine Worship might not like it, but pay them no mind. In their own way, they are doing all they can to overcome the crisis. Now we all have to work together. It's a new one. The Grousritter may be part of the church, but my aiding them seems to vex the Congregation for Divine Worship. Yet, they have helped me time and time again. I cannot simply stand idly by when I am in a position to repay the favor. We have to work together if we're going to overcome this. I don't think there's any more houses. Oh, there is. Never mind. There's one more house. This house. I just went to pour some tea for the master. I've never seen him look so anguished. Excuse me, that isn't something a maid should be saying. It's a maid's duty to support her master, no matter what else is going on. I intend to do just that. Rennie has gone to help Citrine. It's a little hectic around here today. I'm also worried about the master. Maybe I could bake some of his favorite mandolins. Madeleines? I have no idea what those are. It's a shame that it has come to this. I imagine the neutral families will be forced to reconsider their principles. We can at least soften the blow with the careful release of information. I know she's worried about my lady, but the job of a maid at times like these is to support the master of the house. I'm fine. I have a few letters I need to prepare and send as soon as possible. I see. Please, do not push yourself too hard. The master has so many worries and anxieties. But he has good cause, given the circumstances. The lives of so many are in his hands, and he doesn't know which way the war is going to take us. Oh, it's you. It seems that Operation Meal Mirage is finally in play. So you heard. He certainly holds his own as a representative of the current noble faction. I admit, there was a part of me holding out hope that if anyone could stop this tragedy, it would be the next Duchess of Caen and General Gwyn. Worry not, it was a long shot by any means. But since the four great houses cannot act, all I can do is fulfill my duty as a representative of the noble faction. You should tread the path that you believe in. Please, give my regards to my children. Right. And also to that popular musician you're acquainted with. With pleasure, sir. I'll do everything it takes to achieve what Thor set out to do. War has now become inevitable. This will be the first world war in history. We nobles have to shoulder a heavy burden, depending on what the government legislates. We have to think of a way to help the smaller noble families and the people. Count Egret is back. Let's work together and get this sorted. You should tread the path that you believe in. May luck be on your side. I told Vincent and Ferris they should find their own way, too. All I can do is fulfill my duty as a representative of the noble faction. You should tread the path that you believe in. May luck be on your side. So let's see what this one event is. Huh? You guys. The governor has ordered us to allow our honored guests to pass through. If you have any business here, feel free to go on through. In short, it means we're free to come and go. Wow, the preparations are quite thorough. I'd expect no less from Dad. I'd like to give him my regards. Shall we drop in? Duke Caen's mansion is now accessible. Yay! The Empress is smiling again. I feel like I haven't seen her smile much at all lately. As someone in her employ and a citizen of this empire, I'm absolutely overjoyed. There's nothing we need to do this way. There was a skirmish between Panzer Soldats in here a few days ago. They absolutely ruined my pristine shiny floor with dozens and dozens of scratches. But I've gone through loads of wax to get it back in shape, and it's almost reached peak perfection. Of course, I would have appreciated if we kept the soldouts off the floors in the first place. Enter the waterway? Might as well see. I highly doubt there's anything here, but... yeah, it just looks like it's empty. This beyond here is the banquet hall. If you wish to head inside, I'll be sure to serve you the finest tea the Caen family has to offer. I truly hope you enjoy your time here. Think we need to do this way. Or that way. We shouldn't just rush in without thinking. Okay. Wordis is the location of the Noble Faction's headquarters. We are in a great position to take action, fully knowing the position of the nobles. We can forget the bad blood between us, and all work together for the peace of the Empire and society as we know it. When we arrived in Ordis with the Imperial Governor, we were criticized to Gehenna and back by its residents. On top of that, our deplorable behavior towards the Empress, in her weakened state no less, eats right away at me. But now the governor has earned some trust from the citizens and Her Highness is recovering. I hope to refresh myself as well, as best to face whatever turmoil the war will bring. Ragnitz, I'm glad you're here. It seems you've been through a lot, but it's a relief to see you all safe. Thank you. But from the way you said that, it's as if you know something about our current situation. Yes, I may have heard something about it. It made me sick when I heard that the meeting between the country leaders had been attacked. However, it seems a certain individual has showed up in his new airship to save the day. Perhaps it's just best to say I'm glad you were all safe. Wow, you do know a lot. The situation isn't great, but we've been entrusted with everyone's hopes. We have to do what we can to be a beacon of light for them. I'll be looking forward to you doing so then. The momentum pushing us toward war is increasing even here in Ordis. I intend to monitor it myself. That and watching over the Empress. She must be worried. Why don't you go and say hello? You should be able to find her in the banquet hall. Schwarzer, do we have the time for this? Of course. The banquet hall is straight down this corridor. Please go ahead and explain the current situation to Her Highness. Sorry for being in such a rush. There have been a lot of issues in Ordis, too. I suppose all there is to do is examine the situation and handle things appropriately. Nevertheless, I'm expecting great things from you. With Governor Ragnit's blessing, we should be able to meet the Empress. Should we head to the banquet hall now? I guess I accidentally hit the hit R1. There we go. The servant showed Rena and the others to the banquet hall. It's a pleasure to see you all again, and even more so that you made it through under the circumstances. Sorry that we left it so long. It's an honor to make your acquaintance again, Your Highness. I'm glad to see you're well. I suppose you have heard about what's happened with us. Yes, thanks to Governor Regnitz, I have the main details of your exploits. Reuniting with your friends in Alpha and accompanying you on your journey. And even more importantly, that dear Oliver is safe. Seems like you heard it all. You're just as relieved, and maybe even more surprised. He's helping us find a third path to walk. I don't know how much we can help as our country marches into war. We're going to do everything we can as members of Thor's to stop this awful tragedy. I'm grateful to hear that. You have all done so much to help me, and yet I can't do anything in return. If only I could have told His Majesty about this. I heard that the date of the operation is close. Yes, that's right. Sometime within the next few days, apparently. All I can do is pray to Adios for the operation to be a success. Your Highness, you can tell she really loves the Emperor. Yeah, we did hear that a lot has happened. Please, let me pray for him to recover too. Thank you, all of you. Please look out for Oliver, Alpin, and Cedric too. We will, Your Majesty. I'm so happy to hear you all say that. If only I could tell His Majesty about this. I know you must have your hands full, but please look after Oliver, Alvin, and Cedric for me. Apparently the surgery will be performed a few days from now. All I can do is pray to Adios for it to be a success. Please look after those three for me. Yes. It seems to be more opulent rooms. Probably best not to go any further. You'd get lost pretty easily, I agree. Return to the entrance hall? Yes. Alright, let's continue exploring the town. I was hoping to let the war pass without getting involved, and then I got drafted. Go figure. Shit, never thought I'd have to go back to the sea like this. Well, I guess I just have to get on with it. I'll read as much of the Imperial Chronicle as I can before I get sent away. I still haven't finished my 6th read-through of the Imperial Chronicle. Gotta read as much as I can now so I don't go crazy out at sea. There are more and more guys going down from exhaustion with all this lifting. I had to carry 6 people to the infirmary not too long ago. All at once, all at once, of course. It was a real wake-up to the muscles. 6 people at the same time. Wish I could have seen that. I was carrying 6 people who fell over from exhaustion. It was a real wake-up call for my muscles. Dawkins saved me when I collapsed due to anemia. I thought that guy was just a musclehead, but he really thinks of his friends. Right, let's give this a go. The majority of these containers contain food supplies. I wonder how many people they'll feed and for how long. These containers make me understand what war is going to mean for us all. Hitting the containers up with the crane is a real test of nerves. If we make a mistake and a container falls into the sea, it's a big deal. I've heard a rumor that war is coming. This is no time to let up. A rumor. It's common knowledge at this point. Finally, I've been drafted. It would be an honor for me to contribute to the downfall of Calvert as part of the Navy. I'm excited to get started. The guy who was doing the shipping work with me here also got drafted. The boats we use are very different from the Navy boats, so I don't really know what they expected from us. And I haven't heard a word about conscription. Do you think they've forgotten about me? The guy who's doing... Okay. Most of these people only have one line of dialogue, but you gotta check anyway. The cargo just keeps coming. Now I get it. The root of evil is that tanker. Why is there so much cargo? How functional can this thing be? This massive ship is so cool, but I'm starting to despise it. The car just keeps piling up. I can feel myself starting to hate this thing. It holds so much cargo, it means more work. Therefore, I hate it. I know all the workers really well, so it's easy to give them instruction. I finally found the right path to life, and then I got conscripted. I wonder if I'll be able to find my way back after the war. If I do, I want to go back to harbor management. I love seeing the happy faces of tourists enjoying a cruise. I found out that I'm getting conscripted. I hope I can carry on my management work at the harbor if I come back. Oh hey! Look who it is! Cargo! If you're still alive, give me a sign, damn it! Looked everywhere. Checked every city I could think of, every town and village, and now here I am at the edge of Erebonia. Cargo, where the hell could you have gone? And you've been looking ever since? Well, if it isn't Team Punk-Ass again. Cargo's always been kind of a scaredy cat. Back in the day, he always used to hide behind me while I kicked ass and took names. It was a little pathetic, really. But the last time I saw him, he was helping out refugees in the Ost district. Got everyone out with just some scrapes and bruises. Well, everyone except for himself. He's been missing ever since. Damn it. Fine, I'll just start over. I'll search the whole damn Empire again if I have to. I don't care how long it takes, I will find Cargo. I won't be doing it alone. We'll keep an eye out for him too. Don't give up hope. I've searched every freaking corner of the Empire, not a single sign of Cargo. Crossbell Hospital. Fine, I'll just start over. I'll search the whole damn Empire again if I have to. Welcome! Riviera Court is this way. Riviera Court has just been refurbished. Come and take a look. Oh, hello there, students of Thors. Welcome back to Ortis. Looks like business is great. I hear that the military forced it to close. but I guess they moved location and set up shop again. I mean, they did help with that. Yep, it's all thanks to Lord Vincent, Lady Margarita, and some other generous benefactors. And then there was that other thing, right, Rennie? I was really surprised myself. But today, Lady Ferris suddenly turned up, accompanied by Lord Vincent. And my, how they've grown so gallant in their time apart. Anyway, that's good to hear. I don't doubt that she'll cause you worry in the future, too. You'll be alright, I have faith in Lady Ferris. She begged me to look after the store. She couldn't give me the details, but she said there was something she needed to do as part of Thor's. I can't believe how mature she has become, forging her own path through all this uncertainty. We promise that we'll do everything we can when Lady Ferris comes home properly, so please pop in. I look forward to it. Don't worry, we will. There are a lot of people who still don't know that our store moved to the harbor. I promised the ladies I have to do my best. Welcome, Riviera Court is this way. Please pay a visit. I'm kinda bad at this thing, but I don't want to embarrass Lady Ferris when she's looked after me so well. I have to greet the customers. Phew, I'm so relieved that Lady Ferris is alright. Seems like Citrine's made up her mind too. She said she wants to come back to work at the house. She's decided to work as a staff member here at Riviera Court. I'm not going to be outdone. I gotta pull my socks up. Why do they keep saying they have to pull their socks up? They never said that before. And the saying is pull yourself up by your bootstraps, which is literally impossible. But yeah, Lady Ferris and Citrine have changed beyond recognition. It can't be outdone. I'm going to work super hard as a maid of the Floral family. We managed to slip away from Charlotte's father and get ourselves out of Raquel. Charlotte says she's not going back either. She's staying at the Sailor's Tavern for now. I know we can't go on like this forever. Sooner or later, I'm gonna have to try to convince Charlotte's father I'm good enough for her. Apparently, his hatred for commoners goes pretty deep. It has something to do with Charlotte's mother, but that's about all I know. Society is starting to stink of war. I heard Yutta is dating a girl from a noble family. He just had to get all soppy with a girl way out of his class. Luckless decision that's only gonna end in hurt if you ask me. I guess when you're young is the time to be foolish. I'm not gonna run my mouth about it. Society is starting to reek of war, but that doesn't seem to have affected Yutta in the slightest. But seeing him laugh when things are the way they are somehow makes me feel some relief. In July, Orta suffered a massive assault from Jaeger troops. He took a direct hit from a cannon, and the Belarus lighthouse was destroyed. Brigadier General Bardius has been making plans for it to be rebuilt. Governor Reyes has taken over those plans. It's progressing well, and the groundbreaking's been scheduled for some time soon. Everyone's relieved that the reconstruction has been approved. We don't know when the war will begin, and who knows when reconstruction will actually start. But everyone was just so relieved when it was decided that the lighthouse would be rebuilt after all. I know there's probably nothing in here, but I'm gonna just check. Yeah, nothing. As expected. Hey. Ah, if it isn't young Reen. Greetings, Ashen Chevalier. Branch Manager Certain and Lord Lake Lord. It's not often to see you two together. Indeed, we ran into each other not long ago. Both our investigations took us to Ortis at the same time. Curious coincidence, no? We were just discussing what we discovered. and I think you may find it particularly interesting, Chevalier. Oh, really? Indeed, the shadow of a giant fish was spotted in the sea cave on the Oris coastal road. From the eyewitness reports, it's likely some species of giant swordfish. No doubt it will prove a feisty opponent. If you're any kind of fisherman at all, I'm sure this must pique your interest a little. Since you're in the area, perhaps you should take a look for yourself. I'm not exactly a pro, but it does sound worth checking out. Thank you. I might look into it later. A new fishing point has appeared on the Oris coastal road. Before we proceed, there is something I'd like to discuss. Of course, but what is it? First of all, I must commend you on all your hard work with the survey into the environmental changes. Hard as it is to admit, you have proven your skills to be on par with our Club Zone Elite Four. It is only through your talent that we have been able to start drawing up the distribution chart ahead of schedule. Great to hear. I suppose all that hard work has really paid off. I really cannot thank you enough for everything you've done. I am in your debt. Oh, don't mention it. We share the same love for fishing. What's the point in keeping score? Every one of us just did what we felt was right, as fellow anglers. What a very poetic way of putting it. Fellow anglers, It has been far too long since I truly felt that way. Looks like the Fisherman's Guild and the Imperial Fishing Club might be able to patch things up after all. Every time I fished since taking my position at the head of the Lake Lord Company, it has felt as though I was doing so for work. But to be frank, it's less important for me to be president of the Lake Lord Company than a man who fishes for the pure love of fishing, a man like him. And we have some fish to sell. Cobrahead gets a surviving bomb, and those marble snakeheads get me mind potions. It's an honor to hear from that Lake Lord II. The investigation is almost complete. Let's get out there with this refreshed mindset and finish things up. Hear that from. I love mixing up words. I used to party here with Durbin and the others all the time. Sigh. But now, they've all gone and been drafted. Coming here when there are so few sailors, it really makes the loneliness set in. Okay, guess I better get going. Miranda, Charlotte, take care of yourselves. Get in any kind of trouble, just send us a letter, alright? I'm sure we can do something to help. Rogue, I don't know what I should say right now. Come back once the war is over, okay? Of course. You don't need to tell me. And you better be able to carry multiple trays with one hand when I get back, too. Why don't you teach me again when you're back? You two have really gotten close, huh? I couldn't keep this place open without crew reliable workers like you, Rogue. So don't get lost at sea or anything like that, alright? Miranda, I'll come back safe, I promise. Charlotte's already a full-fledged waitress. But since she's so honest when she asks about things, I can't help but want to tease her sometimes. But, man oh man, I can't believe Miranda thinks I'm cool and reliable. I have to do my part and get back to this place as soon as I can. I finally managed to get away from Father and Lothar, but now Roke has to leave. Novas are getting called up for military service too, but at least they have some kind of training. Makes one realize how truly precious those peaceful days were before war was declared. It sure will be lonely now that even Roke is leaving. I guess it's my job to believe my friends return while they're gone. I've got to send him off with a smile. He'll definitely come home safely. Don't ditch me, Dad. We got nothing to worry about, kiddo. The lady next door said she'll take care of you while I'm gone. You're a tough girl. No way a little change is enough to scare you, yeah? But I'll miss you. No matter what happens, if you're not around, I'll still miss you. What am I supposed to do when I want to see you, Dad? That's a tough question, sigh. How can I leave when she asks that? I thought I didn't have to worry since she's got a good head on her shoulders, but she's still just a kid. Leaving her alone is really bothering me. I'm no wimp, so I can make do no matter what. What am I supposed to do when I'm lonely? Alright, let's check out the new Riviera Court again. They're all gathered up. Well met, my friends. I trust you've been keeping well. I want to apologize for all the trouble. Given the choice, I'd never have kept you in the dark for so long. Please forgive me. Lady Ferris, please, there's no need for all that. That's right, you have nothing to apologize for. Just being able to see you alive and well is enough for us. You really were worried about me, weren't you? Of course, because I care about you two. Ah, I hadn't noticed you there. I take it you started touring around the different parts of the Empire? Yeah, there are still some things we need to get done before the next rivalry. I heard you two are planning to do some traveling as well? That's correct. We've already dropped by the family home and gotten permission from my father. After we confirm the situation within the city, we plan to visit the Merkaba that made an emergency landing near the main road. That'd be very much appreciated. Thank you. Until now, our options have been limited, but from now on, we plan to do everything we can as members of Thor's. And consider us members of Thor's too. Right, our businesses may take a hit, but that's a small sacrifice in the face of everything that's going on. Lady Ferris, if there's anything you need, just say the word. Thank you very much. But you're only planning on checking up on things. We certainly never intended to take any of your stock. Though naturally, we would not turn down any help you would offer us. And we want to help. Though not many, we are overstocked on certain supplies. If you wait a moment, I can compile a comprehensive list. They sure are devoted to the florals. Makes sense though. Riviera Court's been through a lot, but the florals have given them hope. Though I don't know the details, it seems someone's made an emergency landing on the main road. I certainly can't ignore this as a seller of medicine. I absolutely must insist on providing some products that are not low in stock. Ah, Lady Ferris, Lord Vincent, what a pleasure this is. And with everything the store has been through, we won't falter. I will work extra diligently to repay the faith you put in me. Lacrima earring. Lacrima, huh? Ferris took a managerial role for over half a year, battling tooth and nail against the machinations of Kleist Mall. It's no wonder that her employees would all respect her. Regardless, the die has now been cast. The time is nigh for we Floral siblings to make our move as well. Ferris took on a managerial role for over... yeah, it's the same dialogue. When Patrick and I rested at Ortis, we weren't able to reveal what we were up to. It's so nice to see you all again under better circumstances. We intend to do all we can to support the Courageous 2 from here on out. That being... Ow. That being said, I am worried about the Merkaba and its emergency landing. We should probably go check on it. Oh, you guys are Miss Egret's Class 7 cohorts, aren't you? That's right, you're all acquainted with Muse, if memory serves. Long time no see. I've been meaning to ask, have you noticed anything out of the ordinary lately? Well, we're seeing resident after resident being conscripted, for one thing. And all factions aiming to use the war to get their esteem back. If you ask me, they shouldn't count their chickens before they hatch. From what I've heard, there are some in the noble faction cooperating with the Viceland army. But a vast number of nobles are tangled up in their own issues. You can bet they're keeping them themselves for now. Anyway, apart from that, it's pretty much business as usual. Oh, well, it looks like they're back at the house now. They must have a whole lot to share with you. Go drop by when you have a moment, will you? You got it. Looks like my secret's plans finally kicked into gear. Now it's just a matter of predicting how the other side will respond. I haven't got a read on it yet. All I can do going forward is keep gathering intel and make sure we don't slip up somewhere. Wild Grill. Might as well see if we can make it. We have some more beast flesh.
I got this in the bag. What?
First try.
What a pain. Oh, not bad.
Allow me to prepare something.
Nope.
Let's get cooking. Wow!
Darn. I'm gonna drag Muse along. I'm sure she has some interesting stuff to say if we're in Ortis. Riviera Court's former building was turned into a conscription office about a week ago. Now there's a story with some history behind it. It's been in business even since I was a wee one. The thought of it being gone is such a shame. And after trying so hard to change, too. They set up a whole section with commoners' wants in mind, and were much more welcoming overall. I've been hearing that they're going to kick back into full swing after they move. The new location is supposed to be over in the Harbor District, right? Might be worth stopping by. I used to be firmly in the Kleist Mall camp, really. But Riviera Court might be worth checking out every now and then, right? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna check something. Okay. I just wanted to Google this just to make sure, but the Earth Pendant is a load of garbage. Because, you get it from a quest in the finale. I hear more and more gossip about people acting real strange these days. It's not all that shocking given the times we're in, but I can't help but be concerned. I just hope that Montique stays safe through all this. Feels like every last person is getting swept into the tides of this looming war. I just hope I can remember the little pleasures in life, like how lovely it is to watch the flowers bloom. Oregano. A lot of people have stopped coming by to shop for flowers. Maybe I'm imagining things, but the flowers have been looking sad lately. I guess I got out my game. I'll perk up our customers and the flowers for sure. Welcome, we're now carrying our summer bouquets. Taking in the fresh flowers is a perfect way to brighten your day. A lot of people in here. Hey, how's about you add a passionate hot pot to my order? Coming right up. As long as a real genuine kind of gal. What you see is what you get. It makes for a good impression, you know? These flavors never let me down. Either. Not a single complaint in my heart at this point. Seeing Edmund back safe and sound sure is a relief, even if it's just for the time being. Still, it's after you depart that things really get tough. Even now, I can't help feeling anxious about it. On that note, we haven't been catching the same kinds of fish we normally do lately. That's kind of worrying in itself. Looks like we need to find ourselves a new fishing area, otherwise we'll really be in trouble. Everything's just so out of sorts these days. With Edmund in the kitchen, the soldiers sure are in for a treat. They're going to be a real happy bunch, I'll tell you that. Still, his place is here at the tavern, no matter what else. Wow. You know, everyone around town's looking just so depressed. It really drags you down. I mean, I definitely get how they feel, but walling around's not going to help anyone. They say stormy seas are followed by a fine catch, right? Take me. I've been conscripted too, but I bet if I dig my feet in and hold my head up high, I'll own good fortune. My own good fortune will roll in for me. Hick. So after I stop at the conscription office, I'm shipping off to the naval fortress for training. Today's a day for gorging then. This is for stamina. For stamina! Gotta get those carbs. It was so great seeing my dad again. I wish it could have been under better circumstances, though. All the cuties in the neighborhood getting conscripted has really thrown my quest for a boyfriend out the window. Come on, if I can't search for my future beau, then just what's going to motivate me to keep helping out with this place? I'm not asking for the perfect package, just some rich stud with eyes just for me. Isn't there at least one hot guy left? She's certainly enthusiastic, to put it one way. Oh, that guy there. He has the cutest smile just now. His style's a bit crazy, but he seems pretty nice and hot enough to make up for it. This is my chance. Welcome. Are you ready to order? We'll even slip in some extra fish stock just for you. It's not going to be easy, but I won't give up. I know what I want. I'm not going to let it slip away. I could swear someone's staring a hole through me right now. Oh, Edmund, you're back. I didn't expect you'd be here so soon from the letter you sent. Back I am. I decided I'd use my atolled vacation days so I could spend some time with my darling family. That means the clock's ticking down to your being sent off to Calvard, doesn't it? Off to war. It's true. And my deployment is going to be a long one. I'll probably be a wreck once it fully hits me, but I wanted to see my family's faces to try and drum a little spirit where I can. Well, are you surprised to see my new crew? Betty and Blanca are helping out while you were gone. Betty, to think the day I would come where I'd see her tending in the inn and smiling like a peach. Sniff, I knew she had it in her. All it took was her actually giving it a try. Wow, Betty is really stuffed up around here. I've never seen her throw herself into work like this. Sniff, as a father, nothing could make me happier. Having to leave my family really guts me, but knowing that she's working so hard gives me the peace of mind I need. My husband's received some time off for offering his service to the Navy, so we got him home with us for a bit before he leaves for the war. I think it's really taken a weight off his shoulders to see the inn thriving, and even Betty helping out around here. Another drink, if you will. Sure, here you go. I can already feel it kicking in and patching this battered body of mine right back up. That's the stuff right there. I'm a big fan of Miranda's, of course, but this place is always so bright and cheery. Wow, I'm a big fan of Miranda's, of course, but this place is always so bright and cheery. Looks like Betty's dad's going to be home for a while. But she's completely absorbed in her never-ending quest for a boyfriend. You'd think she had way more important things than that on her mind right now. Betty gets so distracted while we're working, it really wears me out having to jump into cover for her all the time. I do understand that all the cuties around town being drafted must have been a shock for her. With everything that's going on in the world, dating's pretty low on the list of concerns. So who's up here? Cornet. You won't believe it. Danny actually proposed. He handed me this gorgeous bouquet and popped the question in. Oh, my heart hasn't raced this much since the summer festival. He kind of put on a show, you know, talking about his past mistakes and missteps, and how I didn't need to rush my decision. You don't have to answer right away, of course, that sort of thing. Does he really think I could say no? Hardly. I made my decision ages ago. He said that he's been assigned a crossbell. He's doing all he can to stay tough. I wish I could offer him some encouragement. Maybe I'll head right over and give him my answer. My heart hasn't raced as much since the summer festival. I just want to soak this moment up for as long as I can. I've extended my stay in Ortis by quite a bit. He's been conscripted and all, and toughing it out so well. I really want to encourage him. Maybe I should give him my answer now. Yeah, that's quite a bit of motivation, isn't it? Let's check out the Orbital shop. Orbital factory. Oh, hi. You caught us at kind of an awkward moment. The two of you, did something happen? Nothing to make a big deal of. It's just that Luther has received an order from the military to present himself and work as a technician for them. I see. Looks like the commandeering of technicians and engineers is continuing in all areas. Ortis is no different. I recently heard some gruesome stories about Grandpa's experience with war. It really left me trembling, and it seems all of that made me lose my composure a little when the notice came. If it really bothers you that much, just ignore it. That's what I do. It's something only you can do, Grandpa. You might think I'm improperly wielding the authority given to me along with the golden emblem. But it has nothing to do with this. When you're an adult, you determine your own course in life. You're so blunt, Grandpa. Well, this is hard to watch, though he does have a point. Strauss is a tough old geezer, huh? He reminds me of Professor Schmidt in a way. Luther will be fine. We got all the right to choose the path we walk in life. More pressingly, looks like someone brought out a Panzer Soldat at Cayenne's mansion, huh? They really did a number on the glasswork pieces there, and so many were cracked and broken to bits. All that beauty shattered. Why do people have to treat my work so rough? When I catch up with whatever asshole did this, Imperial Defense Force or not, there's gonna be hell to pay. Uh-oh, he's really ticked off. We ended up having to bring out the Divine Knights. It's probably best if we don't touch on this topic. It'll be fine. We got all the right to choose the path we walk in life. That aside, I gotta head back over to the mansion again after this. The repairs for the finer details on certain objects still remain. Really, just what kind of asshole out there? You're looking at him. Let's see, what do you have in the shop? Anything new? Ares Locket can be gifted to Yuna. And a Queen. Grandpa's always the same. No matter what happens, I find that comforting. Though it does make me a little sad how he isn't the least bit worried about me. Aw, Strauss just isn't the emotive type, that's all. You're the golden child, the apple of his eye. Trust me, he cares about you more than he could ever put into words. You think so? I wish I could hear that from Grandpa himself. I don't have the nerve to ignore the military summons, so I intend on cooperating with the army. But I wonder if Grandpa is actually all that worried about me. Let's check to see if we can upgrade any more slots. Alright, last building in Ortis. Then we can move on to St. Arc. Yay! If we can even go in here, let's see. No issues. Today's people. It's a pleasure to see you all again. As well as you, Grandmother. What a relief to see that you, Grandfather, and Setsuna have all returned safely. Yes, all thanks to you and your daring plan. After you left, Master was able to conclude his business and return home without incident. I'm honored that you thought to visit, especially so soon after your eventful meeting between the three powers yesterday. And I'm impressed by your timing, right after the withdrawal of the Imperial Defense Force and Armor Division. I'm guessing you're one of the people we have to thank for the Courageous Two's timely appearance? Well, the particulars of its arrival were only revealed to me after the fact. It all began while I was chatting with Marquis Hyams about a third path. I've been traveling around the more remote territories, building a coalition of nobles who support that more moderate way. It was an easy trip, but it allowed us to reconnect with old friends, and that made it all worthwhile. In the process, the guild reached out to us, and we've been passing information on His Highness ever since. That would explain the Courageous Two's impeccable timing. Even I didn't see that one coming. Well done, Grandfather. We don't have much time left before the war breaks out, yet I believe you can open up that third path of the Courageous Two. I'm expecting great things from all of you. Thank you. We'll do our best not to disappoint. Please come back whenever you please. I'll have a steaming pot of tea ready for you. Bartolo has been taking care of the mansion, so everything seems to be in order. You're all welcome back here whenever you please. I'll have a steaming pot of tea waiting for you. Or ready for you. Close enough, though. Our trip certainly wasn't the easiest, but the connections with friends, old and new, made it worthwhile. To be honest with you, Grandmother, I was hoping you would both be staying safe at home in the mansion. Huh, you can't expect this one to just sit quietly, can you? Even with all he goes about doing, he considers himself to be acting quite like a retired person after all. Ah, indeed. Grandfather really is a cut above the rest when it comes to that, isn't he? A cut above? Mise's family really is something else. Our trip is certainly... avoiding danger. It certainly wasn't easy, but the connection with old friends old and new made it worthwhile. Under these circumstances, there's no path to completely avoiding danger, but I ask that you try to do as much as you can. Be vigilant out there. It's been so long since I was home. I want to take some time to relax. My collection of imports seems alright. I'll never forgive them if that Imperial Defense Force lays even a finger on you. I don't think he's joking. We didn't go into this private home. We missed a place. Oh yeah, this building. Oh, Angelo, the thoughts of you actually being conscripted breaks my heart in two. You have to make it back home safe and sound no matter what. Don't ever extend yourself out there, or get hurt, and also... Oh, Mom, you don't need to worry so much. Working for the Navy will hardly be any different from my plain old sailor gig. And I'll come see you guys, just like always. You need it, Angelo? Then you have to do it. Pinky swear. Of course, pinky swear, Luca. Don't look so down. Have I ever lied to you? Never. Not even once. Okay, I believe you then. Just don't stay away too long, okay? I'm so sorry, Mom, Luca. I've done nothing but worry you both this whole time. And here I've gone and given you my word, when I don't even know if I can hold up to it. I might not make it out of this, but at least if you read what I've left behind, you should be alright without me. My Angelo's been drafted. Somehow he has to make it home safely. Angelo can do anything, I know it. He'll definitely come home. I believe in him no matter what. And now we just have to deal with everything here. I guess we'll start out with Titus Gate. Bolts, check. Wheels, check. It's all equipment where the slightest error in adjustment could create a huge accident. It doesn't matter how many times I check, I still get anxious thinking about it. Hey Nash, thanks for seeing my ass in that battle simulation. I just can't seem to get good at shooting. I really don't think I'm ready for a real battle. I told you not to worry about it. I'm no marksman myself, but us newbies gotta help each other out. Nice to hear you say that, man. The little bird says that war's close. Whatever happens, let's come back alive. You can bet on it. Make sure I come back alive? Of course I'll do that. A man who had undying love declared to him by an ex-colleague. By a ex-colleague. Of course I'm returning home. I sent an answer to Corolla. I hope she enjoys my big surprise. Talking to Nash made me feel a lot better. The order to invade might come at any moment. I need to get letters to Kathy and Jan while I can. I need to let them know the road ahead will be rocky, but I'm coming home alive no matter what. Time may be short, but the new recruits have somehow managed to become proper soldiers. They won't be an impediment to our main forces for now. On the battlefield, you can only rely on your own strength. As soon as the squad is ready, I'll suggest we improve their strength before the campaign begins. The quality of a division is dictated by the level of its new recruits. I'm truly glad to see they become soldiers worthy of the 1st Armored Division. Supreme Commander Van Dyke says that the war will be over in a month. According to the Sergeant Major, we'll be using all available supplies in preparation for a quick fight. We have to do everything we can to support the Armored Division's advance. We have to do everything we can to support the Armored Division's advance. Yeah. Preparations for the advancement of the armored divisions have been progressing well. We discovered that some aspects have been far from sufficient. We're currently hurrying to amend the situation. Even though it's just a march to Liberal's side of the neutral zone, they'll set off once the war starts. Any oversight on preparations is unforgivable. We have to be prepared so vengeance can be exacted in Viscount Arsade's name. The Viscount? I'm glad he's alive, but... They'll set off once the war starts. Any oversight on preparations is unforgivable. We have to be prepared. There are about 100,000 troops between the 1st Armored Division and 16th Armored Division. Each division is equipped with a railway cannon and an airship. We've got panzer soldats and an abundance of supplies too. They're being sent to the main front, but there are 6 more divisions awaiting orders. Whether or not Calvert surrenders, it'll all be over in a month. They should just surrender before they suffer any unnecessary casualties. They'll either sacrifice the lives of their subjects or protect their country's reputation until the very end. I think the Republic should make the smart choice. The Armored Division uniform makes me feel like a new man. The Chief and all the residents of Alistair are all counting on us. We are going to defeat Calvert and take revenge for His Majesty. It is a great honor to be able to stand on the battlefield alongside the 1st Armored Division. We're going to defeat Calvert and take revenge for His Majesty. The noble faction have formed a party, and there are rumors of a 3rd party. There's no time to be letting our guard down. However, all that is insignificant against our master plan. I'll get revenge for the Emperor and the Prince, even if it costs my life. Next time we step on Erebonian soil, we'll be welcomed as heroes. I'll get revenge for the Emperor and the Prince, even if it costs me my life. Yeah. Got a few people talking here. I heard that the patrolmen here have been working hard to support the armored divisions. I'm grateful for your cooperation, Sergeant Major Belter. All in the day's work, sir. It was a great surprise the long-term stationing of the divisions was actually part of Operation Jormungand, stationing them at Haken Gate to move them through Liberl to launch an attack on Calvard when the war begins. What a hell of a plan. It was only made possible due to the mobility of the armor divisions, too. The crossbow front lines will be the main fighting is, but we'll invade from 6 directions with 6 similarly sized units. It will only be a matter of time before one of them breaks through to the Republic's capital. Lieutenant Colonel, the commander of the 16th Armored Division is waiting. I'm afraid I must go. My apologies. Sergeant Major, please maintain the tight patrols on the Liberl border, just in case. Yes, sir. I'll be praying for the success of the 1st and 16th Armored Divisions. So the troops that will be passing through Liberl are already moving. Now that Operation Mule Mirage has been put into motion, it's likely the Royal Army's on the move too. It's up to us Radiant Wings now. Yeah, there's the rivalry at the Draco Shrine first. I'll get it done. Are we praying for the success of the 1st and 16th Armored Divisions? Cassius Bright won't just sit back and watch this happen. We should be concerned about the possibility that he'd interfere with our troops' advance. Come to think of it, some of the staff in the rest area spoke to us. They said they'll be praying for military success and our safe return. Hearing voices of support from the citizens we protect is a great encouragement. What if we talk to them ourselves? It seems like they were preparing to march, but now that the day's here, they're having a bit of trouble. The armor divisions and new recruits together total about 100,000 men. They barely had a full month to prepare. I doubt everything's going to be perfect before they head out. Listening to the troops, it sounds like they'll pass through the territory of Liberl so they can attack Calvard. It's unbelievable. Other countries are going to be dragged into this conflict too. This could be far worse than the 100 Days' War. This conflict is on a massive scale. I have a lot of thoughts on it, but the armor divisions will set out anyway. I pray that they will have success. There's so many concerns as someone who survived the 100 Days' War. In order to do this thing out now, I pray they'll be successful. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm zoning out. South Sutherland Highway. So they're at the field exercise camp and chilling in the Derflinger. And new stuff at Dreknor Fortress. Well, let's hit the Parm then. Many stores in Parm had to close as men got drafted into the army. Everyone's really struggling right now. Sometimes I wonder if it's really okay for me to continue like nothing's happening. It's my second visit here, 4 months since the first. I never thought it would be like this. My boyfriend was drafted. Before I knew what I was doing, I was on my way to this town, where we'd been on a trip together. Chasing after memories isn't productive in any way, though. What was I hoping to find in this town? Old memories that won't erase the sadness I'm feeling now. Reggie joined the army and left the other day. He was a promising one. Won the special award in this year's Spring Dye Festival. Wish I could have done something to keep him. But we're powerless here. When the army calls, you gotta go. Bertrand and Dwight got drafted. The town's emptying day by day. Nothing we can do about it, though. I just realized there is something I have to do. Forest Coastal Road. Coastal Road 2. Let's go. We need to go to the back area and do the extra fishing. There it is. I'm gonna just sprint past everything. Even though we can kill them pretty quickly, I just don't feel like fighting them.
Looks like a real tough one.
There. Got a bite. This is promising.
Big fish. That was easy.
Wow, this is a rare one.
Zafiro Espada. Nice. A giant swordfish. This must be the catch Lord Latelord and the others were talking about. I guess I should let them know just in case. Report the catch to Lord Latelord and Branch Manager Certain. This glittering jewel-like beauty. There's no mistaking it. This is a Zafiro Espada. Catching this on your own couldn't have been easy. You're less than the dust, Reen. I'm seriously impressed. Is a big bastard. Yeah. He's impressed. I wish Estelle and Lloyd could be here to see this. Oh, I heard rumors those two are good at fishing. It's true then? I guess. Knowing that makes me feel close to them in a weird way. Anyway, I'll be sure to prepare a prize worthy of this accomplishment for you. Thank you. Well, let's go turn that in then. Harbor District, Miranda's Tavern. Just grab that giant fish and just slam it down on the table. Just slam it down. One still blue, please. Only one person here. That's good. Bertrand asked me to look after the place until he returns from the war. Securing supplies is no easy task, but I've got good neighbors who are letting me buy some for them. Cotton started helping out recently, but he's not here at the moment. He said he was going to the church with Clover. Parting with our friends and families is hard on all of us. I'm not so presumptuous to think I can stand in for Cotton's father, but I'm going to do what I can to look after him. Out. You forgot that Estelle has a fishing kink too? There was that whole, like, over-the-top fishing minigame in Trails the Third, if you ever played that one. You don't forget that. You may find it hard to believe, but I've been called on to join the army as an engineer. You must be desperate to draft an old man like me. My shop will stay open, so don't worry about that. Mr. Gollert promised to look after it. Mr. Gollert will be looking after my shop while I'm gone. It might be inconvenient for my customers, but when the army calls, it's not like you can say no. A convenient excuse to get people to get there to be less people in the shops. I should buy supplies on the ship. You were trying to forget it. I liked most of the stuff in Trails the Third. I like that game. I'm not as naive as to have thought my husband would somehow avoid getting drafted. When it actually happened, I was anything but ready. Unlike me, he just quietly accepted it. I don't know if I prefer it if he swore and raged against his fate instead. My husband will be leaving shortly, and I'm cooking him his favorite meal. I just want to give him one more reason to make sure he comes back safely. Buy them all. Now we don't have to buy battle scopes ever again. Yay. I had a feeling it was coming, but my draft card finally arrived. I'm trying to cram in as much weaving as I can before it's time to leave. I've practically glued myself to this room. Poor Lou's going to have to manage all this on her own soon, so I want to lighten the workload as much as I can in the meantime. Weasel really worries too much. Maybe I'm too optimistic. Yeah, there's a lot less people in this town because everybody is being conscripted. You see fewer and fewer men in Parm, and yet the conscriptions continue. At this rate, it'll just be women, children, and the elderly here. Mr. Gollard is stretching himself thin, helping everyone. I wish I could do something for him. Gallard's taken over the tavern while the owner's away, did you hear? I've got no doubts that he can manage it, but it'd be a darn shame if he let his dying skills get rusty. I like having him as my arch-rival. Nothing's changed for me. I dye threads and fabrics day in and day out. Well, good for you, I guess. It's all the more tragic if this war goes down. Yeah, because then people won't be coming back to the town. It's sad. War is not a good thing. Ever. Third path. Let's go. It's so tiresome being stationed here. Let's win this war already so I can go back to Heimdall. What if Calvert were actually to pull themselves together and attack us here? Nah, even if they did, we'd crush them easily. It's so tiresome being stationed here. Let's win this war already so we can go back to Heimdall. The townspeople are getting impatient. They want to know when our campaign is going to start. It's not like we like standing around twiddling our thumbs. For now, we've been told to stay here and wait further orders, though. Yeah. It's the same all around, probably. Frustration's building up all across the different regiments. Building up across all the different regiments. The training hall is now being used as a military storehouse. I don't think they'll want us going in there.
Plenty of fish to catch here.
Father Hobbins has been keeping our morale up with his inspirational sermons, and he also provide guidance for us. If we would only seek her, my faith is strong again. Dear Adios, please look after the children of Parm. May Cotton's father return home soon. May Cotton be able to find happiness. Father Hobbins has taught me lots of stuff about Adios and old legends. I'll do my best too, even though Dad can't be here for a while. I'll probably cry sometimes, but I'll do my best for my dad's sake. Dad's gone, but Clover and Mr. Galley are still here. I'll do my best too. I sat with the children listening to Father Hobbins' stories all day. Story Day is a public reading of tales based on Adios' teachings, arranged for young children. They both looked so at ease listening to them. Father Hobbins was so wise to think of this. Father Hobbins let me pick a few stories to read to the children. Seeing them regain their energy like this makes me feel like it was really worth taking the time to carefully consider which ones. Well, have you come to join in on Story Day? Must be utterly incomprehensible for children to lose their parents to war. I should try reaching out to them with Adios' compassion at the very least. Well, let's head over here, and also I have to send another message to somebody. Because, it has been like over an hour since my friend sent a message talking about doing something later today, but it never seemed to just go anywhere, which is weird. Usually I get a response back, so gotta check up with that. Instructor Mean, it's an honor to see you again. You guys here to see what we're working on? That's about the size of it. Your plan was to use the Derflinger and the Arc Royale to destabilize their defenses, right? It won't be easy dealing with the RMP and the Intelligence Division either. You have to think outside the box. We're going to need plenty of support on the ground in the lead up to the final rivalry, too. It'll be no easy feat, but Instructor Michael taking command of the Derflinger should inspire confidence. As for the Arc Royale, that's going to be packed to the gills with Thor's grads. We've got a lot of friends in the military, so we should be able to poke some holes in their defenses. Wow, you guys hear... When you hear it all spelled out like that, it really brings home the scope of this plan. Have you ever known Thors to do things in half measures? By the way, Kenneth and I have been traveling around making arrangements for the two trains' destinations. We'll be safe here a while longer, but we should probably start thinking about where we want to go next. Right, I think we can get closer to the front without being spotted. I trust your judgment in this completely. You both have a real eye for details. Must be thanks to all the time they spent looking for the perfect fishing spots. Well, this would be the catch of the lifetime. Thanks everyone, best of luck. Of course. Be careful out there, you guys. Kenneth 1. I could take care of things over here. I've got plenty of friends I can depend on. Just take care out there.
You sure do like this, huh, Reen? Tight lines out there.
Really, Kenneth, to think you were intentionally avoiding getting in contact with anyone. And it's no wonder I didn't see you while I was scouring the entire Empire. What'd you scour the entire Empire for, Annabelle? Nothing. No reason at all. It's good to see these two got to see each other again. But they still have a lot to work out. They still have a lot to work, though. Work through. Okay. Can't forget what Lord Lakelord said to me the other day. Annabelle, take a deep breath. Push this from your thoughts. You have work to do. It's like throwing out a fishing line. Just stay calm and collected. No, we're trying to talk to Fritz. My upperclassmen are such good role models. I must learn from them and keep improving. If I don't, I won't be able to repay Major Irving, nor would we be able to correct Prince Cedric's mistakes. Alright, and let's see who's chilling in here. In the Derflinger. Hey, Ada. Carrying out maintenance on the Derflinger? Yes, it uses a system unique to the branch campus, including the calculation methods and settings. While I backed up the original data, what I'm in the process of now is rewriting it to match specifications made by and for the main campus. I see. Thanks for that. I'm counting on you to use the Derflinger as best you see fit. Of course, I'll take good care of her. Anyway, I feel like I finally have an idea of how sizable the missing piece in this equation is. Almost every operation so far has been led by Prince Cedric after all, and now it kinda leaves me feeling, well, I understand. It's only natural to feel on edge at a time like this, you know. But you've changed since then, right? Yes, the times of me chasing after His Highness, trying to be worthy of him are in the past now. I don't doubt there will be difficulties that we cannot manage alone, but it's our turn to lead him, away from the wrong path he's chosen, and we'll be unwavering, because no matter what, we adore our prince. In that case, I'll be sure to watch the main campus's courage come through. You can bet on it. We'll be going all out to honor the branch campus. Rest assured, I'll make good use of the Derflinger. She's in safe hands. Never thought the network comms could be used like this. It hurts my pride a little, but I think I'll be taking some notes from the source, if you don't mind. I found a maintenance document that includes what we've been working with. Despite how thorough it is, it's a surprisingly easy read. The author really put a lot of thought into it. I'd like to meet them someday and see what they're like. I'm pretty sure that was Tatiana that authored the document. Makes me feel proud to be her instructor. I'll conduct inspections and make readjustments when necessary with this document as reference. With such an easy to understand reference on hand, the work itself is going to be a piece of cake. Whoops. Hey, Selston. Good day, everyone. Selston, didn't realize you were here. I don't think I've seen you since the airship incident. And my, how grateful I was to have you there. Things could have been much worse. Fiona, Instructor Michael, it's good to see you again, too. I understand you've already been briefed on the plan? That's right. We'll be participating in diversionary tactics. The handling of the Derflinger will be left largely to the main campus students, but coordination between all parties will be key. Right now, we're just working out the logistics of it all. Oh, so that's why you're here too, Fiona? Yes, I came to discuss matters with Major Michael and Father Stead. He says the 4th Division is going to turn a blind eye to any movements on the Derflinger's part. I see. It makes sense the General wouldn't want an order like that to be traced back to him. Thanks to that, getting around should be quite a bit easier. We were going to start drawing up some more concrete plans when you all arrived. Marquis Hiram has agreed to provide support to the operation across the board. I will also be on hand for the duration to offer what assistance I can. Right, I'm feeling more confident already. Time may not be on our side, but if we make use of the RMP special line, you should make it. You're headed for the second rivalry, correct? Be sure to see it through. Whoa. Flashy. I intend to lend a hand where I can, even though I'm merely temporarily managing the branch campus. If possible, please do not find it necessary to worry about things here. I'm limited in what I can do to help Ellie and her father, but there has to be some way I could support them. I'll have to think of something. Since the war was officially declared, it's only been getting more and more difficult for everyone. Please stay safe. There was one car that had people in it, but I can't remember which one it is. There we go. Okay, looks like I got an update from... One second.
Okay.
Give me a second. It's very possible I'll have to end the stream in a little bit. By the way. A few more minutes. It's a pretty huge array of controls to get used to. I heard that the Derflinger was attacked by Ouroboros. The branch campus has really been through a lot, haven't they? Yes. The joint component adjustments are complete, so we're finished here for the time being. We'll really be able to see how well we can fully utilize it once we hit crunch time. We need to prepare ourselves now. It's fine, I got score to catch up on. Well, you're just in the chat. Like for me, I wanna play more, but I have agreement to see my friends pretty much because we ran into weird scheduling issues for what we were originally planning on doing this week. So we're just going to hang out and grab dinner probably a few times. Seems like your transfer is confirmed, Warrant Officer Allen. I heard you've been reassigned to the Zauber Soldat unit on the front line. Can't imagine General Craig or Lieutenant Colonel Neidhart are going to be too happy about that. And it's a good thing I went over their heads and straight to the IDF for the transfer. Though it's technically not official until the war really starts. Why'd you bring it up? You looking for a transfer too? The 4th Division's not what it was. You'll never win any glory unless you're right in the thick of all the carnage. I I don't know, sir. Being on standby and keeping the peace is still an important job. I suppose there's nothing we can really say to convince you of that now, though. Well, I'll be rooting for you anyhow. I don't need you cowards to root for me. I can't believe you'd throw away the chance to crush the Republic once and for all. Well, if you won't come, you won't come. I'll just have to take down that many more enemies in your place. The Republic's streets will run red with blood for the glory of the Empire, and so that Bridget and I might finally have a future. That doesn't even sound like Alan anymore. The curse's influence over him must be getting stronger. I don't like this. It's pretty sad. Alan could notice we're here at any moment. Now seems like a good time to retreat to a safe distance. Is there anything else on this whole path? Nope, nothing. Okay, we're the final city. The final city. Although we might have to stop like a little bit ways in. Isn't the Emperor's surgery happening soon? Empress Priscilla and Princess Alphen must be beside themselves with worry. There may still be Calvardian spies around, so it may be difficult for them to go outside. But I really hope the two of them are able to pay the Emperor a visit soon. Right. I remember seeing the news in the Imperial Chronicle. It'd be great if we could visit... It'd be great if we could visit the Emperor soon. Emperor too. I do hope Empress Priscilla and Princess Alphen haven't collapsed from worry. Meanwhile, Prince Cedric is kept busy with the preparations for war. It'd be good to throw someone around who was there to support them, but... Yeah, I'm sure they'll do a patch eventually that will fix a lot of these issues, but we just aren't there yet. It takes them like a month or two, or 3. I swallowed my pride and asked Dad for a story again. He was weirdly happy. I don't actually have any interest in his old tales. I just wanted to get my mind off things. There are lots of people who make ornament adjustments because of all the wild monsters, but rationing makes getting new stock difficult. It's not a rebellious phase or anything, okay? My father just wants to blame everything I do on a rebellious phase. I just wish he'd stop treating me like a child. I was surprised when Coyle wanted to hear some stories. He said he couldn't get into the swing of things if I didn't, so it seems his rebellious phase ended pretty quickly. Oh, and lately all the plants in my store begun withering. It said that things like this are harbingers of ill tidings, but in reality, war is almost upon us. I can't help but feel it was really an omen. But even so, Coyle wanted to hear the stories. I can't believe it. But if you can't push them to change their minds, then try backing off. They might come around on their own. We have 45 material, so we might be able to get ourselves some one of the new EX orbs or whatever. I don't know if we have the stuff to make them, and like the ornaments, the quartz to make them. But we can always check eventually. I've got a lot of people who will be leaving for the army stopping by these days. They come in and sell their precious heirlooms and artworks so they can leave some Mira behind for their families while they're away. Just the other day, a man came in with a watch his grandfather had given to him. It's painful to imagine the amount of hardship my customers must be going through to part with such treasured valuables. I look after all the items in my customers entrust me as if they were my very own. In the end, it's the utmost I can do to respect their wishes. I keep asking my friends, like, should I go to the place we are planning on meeting up now? And I'm getting just no responses back, and it's kind of ticking me off. Because I'd like at least a response. Even just the letter K would be fine. Is how it is. Wonder, Albert, and Kaiser Dice. Hope their training in Nord is going alright. My contact managed to persuade the supervisor at Zender Gate. He managed to get them to Nord safely. Many have left Nines because of their public image, while others have been conscripted. They're the only hope left for the club. If we all hope to have a future after the war, it's in my best interest to make sure they're thriving out there. Wonder and the others are doing special training in Nord. With Worm in it, I think some people think it's ridiculous that we're worried about horse riding. I don't care what the world says. I'm ready to lay down my life for the Nines. Or for Nines. Upstairs is empty. I got a response from Nash. Corolla, I had no idea you were so madly in love with me. I can't promise that I'll marry you, but if I come back from the war in one piece, I wouldn't mind going out with you. What the hell kind of fantasy world is that dummy living in? What does he mean if he comes back in one piece? Enough with the hero act, Nash. Cut the crap and just come home already. This is Nash we're talking about, so I don't think he'll do anything that'll get him killed. Even so, he was dumb enough to completely misconstrue how I feel about him, so I can't help but worry. Alright, let's check the apartment building out. There's only like a few people to talk to in here, usually. Only 2 people. Mom and Dad wrote a letter saying that we should devote ourselves to the Empire, and that soldiers should die for the great Erebonia if that's what it takes. They're just so wrong. Mom and Dad are so wrong about all of this. I agree, Ran. We can't treat human life as dispensable. From what I could tell in their letter, they're planning to come pick you up in a few days. So please remember this. Don't lose sight of what you know is right, and be sure to follow your heart. Mom and Dad can't be right. No way. It's like they don't even care that being drafted means he might never come back. I don't want him to die. I don't know why they changed so much. But I can't go along with them. I'm so proud of Ran for not letting what her parents said get to her. They should learn a lesson or two from her, and change this way of thinking they're so absorbed in. There's nobody else on this whole street, so I gotta go this way then. I get it. You're worried about your dad going off to the army. And you're mad because it seems like your mom doesn't care, right? Yes, that's why we're fighting. But I think your mom is really very upset. Why would you say that? During the Civil War, both my mom and dad protected us, but they were taken to be by Adios' side. I cried to my big sister every day, but she wouldn't cry, and she tried to cheer me up instead. One night when I woke up in the middle of the night, I saw her crying. That's why I think your mom really does want to cry, but she's staying strong for you. And I was being mean. I feel like I actually made things worse. Was I any help to Timothy? Mom was putting on a smile to try to make me feel better. And I really said something horrible to her. Mom, I'm sorry. Ever since the Master was conscripted, Timothy has been so worried. Both the Mistress and I have tried our best to cheer him up. But it's just had the opposite effect. Richie's now our last hope. I wonder if it'll work. By the way, it seems that the Mistress's health hasn't been so good because of all her emotional turmoil. My Mistress is resting in her room, and I'm looking after the young Master and Richie for her. I can only hope that Richie will be able to give the young Master proper advice. There's an event at, that place. Ballad's residence. Now that his lordship has returned, the master has a bit more room to breathe. Such a relief. Supporting artists is a noble pursuit, but he was working himself to death. Even now he must be under so much pressure, while with the government requesting substantial funding. That's where I come in. It's my job to ease his mind by serving him the most delicious tea I can muster. Incidentally, the mistress and myself are keeping a lid on the budding romance between Miss Mary and a certain someone. The master doesn't know yet. Given how he dotes on his daughter, we're being cautious about broaching the subject. It's been a while since we got a break together. Things have been hectic indeed of late. I heard that you got a message from Mary the other day. I did. It sounds like they've implemented a full-scale military training curriculum over at Thor's. She's in charge of training the new type of Panzer Soldats. My poor girl must be stressed beyond belief. My darling daughter is instructing in the use of deadly weapons? That's exactly why I was against her becoming an instructor at a military academy. That does it. My sweet, kind-hearted girl will participate in this foolish war no longer. I'll get in touch with the principal and... Please, calm down, dear. The other instructors have been helping Mary however they can. It sounds like she's in the clear now. Well, as long as she's safe. By the by, speaking of instructors, I trust she's not been propositioned by any ne'er-do-wells among the faculty. You really do dote on that girl. Way to avoid the question. My husband will never stop doting on our daughter, no matter how old she gets. I wonder when I should tell him that Mary's fallen for someone. Now that you mention it, I wonder what Aliaster is doing. This is the first time he's gone into creative slump since the incident, isn't it? Ah, you must mean back when Aliaster was in love with a young lady from a different class. When she tragically perished in an unforeseen accident, he lost his spark for a while. His talent is one for the history books. It'd be a shame if he let his artistic sensibilities languish. I've known Aliaster for almost 10 years. His perspective is often so left field that it defies what one would expect, given his age. You simply don't meet men of his caliber every day. I'm pulling for him to find inspiration and start creating again. Geese-Mädchen. I took him for a nag, but he turned out to be a sensible man. Very well. I accept your offer. Charles signed the agreement. Gasp. Charles? You gullible idiot! Didn't notice the carbon paper underneath, did you? You signed 2 deals at once, you fool! And guess what the one you haven't seen entails? What are you talking about? You just donated all your land to me! I'm going to put your tenants to work, have a summer cottage built here, and whatnot. War's not my game. My plan is to live comfortably right here, and that's exactly what I'll do, thanks to you. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but the contract you speak of is all soggy and illegible. What? But you didn't spill anything on the table. How did this happen? I suspect the tablecloth is still wet from when I washed it yesterday. The paper on the bottom got damp and the ink blotted all over. Charles got lucky this time. I don't think a signature on carbon paper is legally sound, but still, that was a really nasty scam. Get screwed, scam artist. I didn't really have time to dry that tablecloth properly, so it was only damp in a few places, so I thought they wouldn't notice. It's kind of embarrassing that they found out. When Lord Dendir revealed the carbon paper trick, I could feel all the blood drain from my face at once. But fortunately, we were saved by Izzy's clumsiness. All's well that ends well. But if it's all the same, I prefer not to have a conversation with my doctor about my blood pressure in the near future. I'm going to keep these documents. We can continue this conversation in court, Lord Dendir. No, hold on. That first offer I made, you can at least accept that one, no? It's not a bad deal for you. Can't we settle this outside of court, I beg you? Righteous indignation is fun. I think that's a phrase, right? Righteous indignation. Righteous indignation is typically a reactive emotion of anger over mistreatment, insult, or malice of another. Heck yeah. Well, I guess that's not the right thing. It's being angry at the guy for trying to screw him over, and then I guess it's karma. Or irony, or I don't know what. I don't know my words very well. Marcus Hyams is here today. There's some other visitors today too. If you have business with Marcus Ballard or Marcus Hyams, then you may proceed. Okay. I'm just going to save here because I have no idea what's going on with my group of friends. I prefer to call them, so more than likely it'll be a note for me to go there, but I stream for another 3.5 hours, and probably when I get home I'll probably stream again, since I am technically on vacation. Yay! So I guess until later tonight then, if I'm not back too late, that is. Bye.